Hey, good morning, folks. Stage. It is early in the morning. You know how that goes. Sometimes you just can't sleep. I figured I'd give it a few minutes, see if anybody showed up. If not, I'm just going to explain myself in my message I left last night for my YouTube thing. But hey, that's how it usually works. Plus, I may throw this out into a couple of spots. I don't know. Let me see. Sometimes you just got to take a stand. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Hello, Parrot Head. Good morning to you. Bunny Man is here. What? LDG's awake? Must be asleep, you dork. The hell? Your ass to bed. As you can tell, though, by those coming into the chat, I got rid of that goddamn monetization thing. Kick that to the curb. I certainly did. I kicked that shit right to the curb. We will no longer be monetized over here. No matter what anybody says, we are not doing it. It's all a scam. It's all a scam, folks. Well, you might be in bed, but you're supposed to be sleeping. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Sleepy sleep. Good night, Pickles. Get some sleep. Good night, Pickles. Get some sleep. Night, Pickles. There we go. Now he better be back to sleep because I can't sing no more lullabies. Fuck that. Fuck the lullaby shit. Anyway, where the hell was I? Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm taking a stand. I am taking a stand, god damn it. Damn straight I am. F monetization. F all that shit. F the corrupting ways that Google and YouTube want to sit there and get every dollar out of you for their corrupt ways of not even giving you free things to speak about. They make you they put you on a chain, especially after you get monetized. And if you're full monetized, they really put you on a chain, and they make you walk a line and everything else. Screw that shit. Right, Mr. Londell. I am raising hell at 6 in the morning. I'm not going to be one of those sheep that says that they're against things, but still hold to the policies and bend the knee to the corporates. Hell no, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I got principles, damn it. Maybe a little shaky on the wild side at times. I may have a little bit of weird thoughts in my head, but I'm sitting there. I'm going to hold to my principles, damn it. I'm going to hold to these goddamn principles that I'm not going to pay somebody money to promote me for fucking hiding me in the first place. And good morning, Sherry. Sherry, baby, Sherry. Oh, nothing, Mr. Londa. I'm just watching these people that want to spend money to get their shit promoted just so they can get subs or they can get clicks. It's not because of the content they're actually doing, it's because of the money that they're paying YouTube. just to promote it. You know, if YouTube really cared to make money, they wouldn't suppress everybody until they made them to pay money. That's exactly what they're doing. They're suppressing every single person unless you give them extra money to put you up a little bit for maybe an hour, 2 hours, 12 hours, whatever it be. I don't know how long it happens, but I'm not going to have that. Why should I? Why the hell should I sit there and have to give them extra money just for them to unhide my shit from everybody else on the internet? And cheers, Ricky Radio. I don't understand that. And I don't understand the people that say that it's not fair, say they don't like it, yet they still use the same they'll use that tactic. They will use that thing to just promote themselves and get it up there when they say that they don't like what's being done, but they still use it. I would think as a community, if we all hate what's being done, we should all stand up together against what's being done. Just my personal feeling. I think that's how it should be. We should be standing up for each other instead of just saying that we agree and then doing the opposite anyway. I don't think that's right. And I'm sorry that I'm taking this a little personal, but hell, some of us have been around here for over a decade, still struggling, still doing what we can to fight, scrape, claw, get ahead, yet others just pay money to get boosted, pay money to actually just sit there and have their stuff shown further instead of being suppressed. I don't think it's right. And for one, for I myself here, I said fuck it. So I went and clicked the demonetization. I unmonetized myself. I am no longer going to be a YouTube partner. I am never going to reapply for a YouTube partnership. I'm not going to do it because why the hell would I allow somebody to make money off to me when they're purposely suppressing me? Why? That makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. It just does not make sense to me whatsoever. Now somebody else might think it makes sense. And hello, Mr. Lundell.
Greetings and felicitations. I have to agree with you with this. I mean, I was off and on yesterday watching uh, LDG had his numbers going up. What he had his numbers, and you could see them going up. And I'm like, over what? He's got like 3 videos, and you've got just you got thousands of people signing up just for 3 videos. I mean, this is, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop on this thing.
Well, it sits there and makes you think. Now, I'm not going to say that maybe it's not actually real people clicking it, but it also kind of makes me think, does YouTube have a shit ton of bots that they do this with just to make you think that it's actually working?
Well, he's got enough people or subs according to what they're posting to monetize now. They've got out since they've gotten all these different levels of monetization. He should be able to qualify for one of them. Let's see what
No,
happens
actually,
when he
no,
tries to
because
monetize.
even the lowest form of monetization that I had, you still needed 3,000 watch hours within the past year.
Oh yeah.
And good morning, Gorilla. Good morning, Bored Old Fart. So, and I'm not going to put LDG down. He did what he wanted to do. He did what he
Mhm.
thought was good for him. I'm not gonna rail against him. I'm not gonna bitch about it to him. I did enough of that in the underground. I'm just thinking here though,
Yeah.
if we're all against this sort of thing, then why would we use that in the first place? I think it's time to take a stand. I mean, we keep wanting to boycott all these other things. Well, why not boycott them making money off of us?
hmm But I mean, well, look, YouTube just at its basic is about making money. That's not the problem.
Well, no, that's not the problem that they want to make some money.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
problem is when they purposely suppress you to turn around and offer you a way to be unsuppressed by giving them more money.
Oh yeah, you're right there. Because okay, like you may have a point. I'll give you that. But I mean, just that easy. Give them $200 and you get all these subs. I'm not seeing that. If it were that easy, YouTube wouldn't be able to make any money
No, if it was that easy,
because
everybody would
everybody
do it.
would be.
Everybody would be
Yeah,
inundated with subs. Everybody would be completely monetized, and you'd still have channels hardly having anybody watching them.
yeah. So I'm thinking this is just a pun. This is like I'm calling it a Ponzi scheme right now, for lack of a better description. But somebody is going to get burned in the end, and it ain't going to be YouTube.
No, it's going to be some of these people that spent big bucks to get thousands of subscribers, and yet they're still not making any money because nobody's really watching what they're doing because they didn't build it organically.
Yeah, I agree. Even Darren called it pay to win yesterday because that's what it sounds like. You know, these games. You shove a couple of $100 a month into them, and you're the 900-pound bully on the block.
That's why I just decided overnight I was going to say, fuck it. I demonetize this channel.
Oh no, I wouldn't have done
No, I would because there's other way. If people actually like what I'm doing, there's other
yeah.
ways of showing it to me, just not through YouTube.
Oh yeah, true. Yvette, good morning.
Morning, Yvette. It's just some people don't like to do it that way because they would rather see
hmm
their name pop up on the screen or something.
Oh, well, I guess I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'm monitoring LDG and Bird. They're doing it. I'm monitoring what they're doing, and I'm gonna see. Give it a few weeks or months, or even up to a year.
Uh,
Something's gotta happen that's gonna be
uh,
like totally negative for a lot of these guys that are doing that.
hey, if they want to do it, that's all on theirs. But I'm taking a stand personally. I'm not putting up with this, and I'm not going to sit there and pay them extra money just to unsuppress me. Fuck it.
But
Plus,
you're not
hell,
you're not really weren't suppressed. I mean, you
well,
did.
technically, I could be right now, and if I pay them money and I get a ton of subs, that just shows that I have been. But I'm not going to waste the money.
Yeah,
Hell, I can't even pay for my damn phone right now. Why in the hell would I focus money on something that I can't even afford anyway? I've got more important things to worry about.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I might not be suppressed, but by people that are actually subscribed to me right now, but I bet you there's a ton of people that might agree with what I'm saying, and they would have no idea because they'll never know who the hell I am.
Oh, so that's where the, in your opinion, that's where the suppression comes in.
Yeah, this is. I think there really is suppression, unless you pay extra. I think that's why they implemented that plan. People are starting to discover it, and that's why they're getting subs left and right now.
Oh, uh-huh. Could be then.
But hey, that's just my cynical view. After being on YouTube for almost 13 years, I'm a little cynical on this.
Yeah, I mean, after that long, hell, you should have like a shit ton of subs.
Hell,
You
I
should.
started when I started out, it was still okay to sit there and make a music video playing a video game with a song on it. And the
Mm,
and the rules just kept clamping down more and more. Views just kept going down more and more.
yeah, that's YouTube grabbing money and they're getting lazy. Because
Hell,
I mean,
YouTube don't you get a claim put against you, and YouTube don't even do it anymore. You got to fight it out with the person that put the claim on. Yeah, even though they know they're lying their asses off.
yeah,
I've got proof of that one when somebody tried to claim a song parody of mine when mine was put out a full year before they did theirs. And YouTube wouldn't do a damn thing about it. And all I had to do was look at the goddamn release dates.
yeah. Hell, I get the same thing with freaking public domain movies, and the challenge will sit there for the full 30 days, and they won't do anything. And YouTube has the good news. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. Okay, because I got proof right here. This is a public domain movie. And frankly, YouTube should know this. Like I have resources to find public domain movies and to make sure they're public domain. YouTube should have access. They do. I know they do have access to the same shit.
And that is true, Bordeaux part. They could, if they just had somebody that would be the middleman and just even do a quick check. Because I went through the same public domain fights also. I had people claiming Last Man on Earth, 30 seconds just from one of them going, Robert, Robert. They claim 30 seconds. What the hell? How the hell can you claim 30 seconds of a movie saying Robert? The fuck?
Uh-huh.
No, I did
So
figure out if you threaten most of the idiots with a lawsuit, they back down rather quickly. You just got to
yeah.
threaten them with it. They'll back down rather quickly because they don't want to sit there and waste the money on that. Just looking for
Now
a quick buck.
they'd lose.
Yep, they're looking for a quick buck, and if you threaten them with that, and you know you're in the right, they back off
Uh-huh.
fairly quickly. But it's just, I really just don't give a shit anymore. Plus, this way I don't have to keep up every freaking day or anything else, and I can do whatever the hell I want. If I want to stream, I'll just stream something. If I don't want to, I don't feel like it, not going to. I don't want to be a slave to YouTube anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize you were. I mean,
Well, you kind of are if you got to keep up your watch hours and everything else just to stay monetized.
oh yeah, I get
And when you're suppressed, you
it.
don't get
Uh-huh.
as many views. So you got to keep working at it harder and harder and harder just to get enough views to keep you above that threshold.
Oh, huh. I don't know. Well, I'm not on the monetization hustle.
Well, you
I
have
you
to
know,
sit. You have to have like the level that I was at, you have to stay above 3,000 watch hours in a current year time frame. So like it would be between 212, 24. The time frame only goes back to 212, 23. Once you
Oh,
get past that, whatever day you did that comes before that is automatically erased. So you have to keep up on the hours.
oh hell, there's no way you can do that then
Oh hell,
because
during the lockdowns, hell, I was up at 13,000 watch hours, and that's because what the hell else did we have to do? We sat here and live streamed all the time, and
yeah,
we did really long ass live streams.
yeah, we did all of us.
We were like a rotating thing going 24/7 almost
hmm
of live streams. Good morning, Bone. But
Yeah,
nobody can keep that up now.
between you, Bird, Matthew, we did we did burn up some damn internet time. So that's
There was always
probably
one there was always one of us on at some point during the day or night.
yeah.
And we all had shit tons of watch hours back then. But then if you get to 1,000 subscribers, then you have to be at that 4,000 watch hour limit. So that's even more you got to do. It's like
So
shit.
yeah.
I've sat back and I've been watching these people that's been paying, and I see their sub counts jumping, and I've seen what they've been putting out and stuff, and it's nothing really different from what they were in the first place. It's just
That
they're unsuppressed now.
that's what I don't get. Okay. Like Maria, okay. I you know, I don't see the appeal, the mass appeal for the type of content she puts out. I mean, there are people there. I get that there are people there that that would that are interested. I mean, because what as I see YouTube, this is all a bunch of niche ideas, whether it's gaming or history or old terrible movies like I do. Those are all niches, and you've got some people that like it and they'll watch, but then others they're into other little niches. So I don't get how just all of a sudden because she pays them a couple of $100, everybody that likes her stuff just runs over there and they forget about all the other people that do the same type of content.
I don't know what her setup is. I don't know what she's using. It's just I'm not going to play it.
Mhm.
I'm going back to the old ways where we just had fun. We did it whenever the hell we wanted to. Didn't have to worry about shit. I'm not going to sit there and be a slave to the algorithm. I'm not going to be a slave to being you can't do this now because you're on it. Now fuck that. Fuck it all. Hello, Hawks. And I'm sure the hell not paying YouTube extra money just to unsuppress me. Fuck that.
Well, you were
There's-
sort of unsuppressed,
No,
just not to the degree that LDG is paying for.
you look at it. The only way I've been making subs is I've been personally going around and finding new people to hang out with and new
Hmm
people to hang and chill with.
Yeah.
It's been a slow little process of making new friends, which is always good. You should always go out and make new friends and hang out with them.
hmm
But that's the old way of doing it, which leads me to believe that a lot of us channels are purposely suppressed now from getting out there for other people to see what we're doing until we actually pay YouTube to unlock that. So we're put up there and shown to the masses to where they'll actually say, hey, we want to watch this. Where have they been all this time?
Mhm.
Well, Hawks, I'm only saying this because I have a friend and he decided to use the little YouTube tools. If you pay YouTube some money, that they will promote your videos. And hell, yesterday alone, he gained over 5,000 or what was it, almost 8,000 subs yesterday alone just for paying YouTube money. That's suspicious to me.
Now, what makes it really suspicious is go look at how much content he has.
Well,
I could
yeah, 3
see,
videos.
yeah, if you had a lot of something, I could see, I could see him jumping if he had a shitload of content because people would just, what's this about, and just go look at the channel. He's got some good stuff here. I think I'll join. But yeah, but I mean, three, four
And I'm not putting him
videos.
down. I'm
Yeah.
not putting him down. What he does when he decides to do it is not bad stuff. But
Mhm.
there's got to be a line there when somebody has like 3 or 4 videos on their whole channel and they go pay some money and they gain 8,000 subscribers. That's just a little ridiculous.
He went up to 8,000
He thought
because
he almost hit 11K last night.
okay, now something. See, this something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Hello, Cap.
You cannot do that with you. No, I mean, what are they just? uh is YouTube just uh subbing people to this? I mean, this is like with
That's what I'm wondering because if you remember early in Bird stream yesterday, he was
uh-huh.
what 2 point something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And last I looked, he was like 4K.
No, well, it was middle of the night. I woke up, I come online, I look, and he was having a live stream because he was just under 10,000 at that point. And by the time I left the backstage, it was right there to 11,000.
Uh-huh.
That's why I do not trust this shit.
Yeah. This is a Brie Larson. Just
Yeah,
remember, just first day she had like what, 1 million subs. The first day she had a YouTube channel, some shit like that, and we were all wondering where all this was coming from. Now we know. Pay them and we can sub you. Pay us and we'll sub you up.
that's why when watching that, that's when I could absolutely tell that the option that they're giving us is corrupt. It is purposely suppressing everybody unless you pay them.
You hear that, LDG? You're part of a massive con.
He can do what he wants. I'm not gonna denigrate it for him. I loved how um when I brought up this fact that somebody that doesn't even really do anything for a channel, period, said that I was just basically bitter, uh, unhappy, shit like that.
No, that's not bitter. That's not being bitter. That's looking at the situation.
Yeah, it's looking at the situation and saying this is fucked up.
Yeah. And then you just get practical. It's this thing called sustainability. Are you gonna have to keep paying them money to keep it sustainable? What happens when you stop it with 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 the ads? That's what I want to see next. What
Yvette
happens
brings
when he
up
stops?
the point. From what I understand, you're paying to have your video on a home page. You can select countries, do them. All depends upon how you spend subs. Blah blah blah. Yeah, but why should we have to pay to be put up there and promoted? If this was all supposed to be organically growing,
Yeah.
no, that's no. It just shows me it's suppressing us until we give them money. I mean, hell, I look at I only have 865. Somebody unsubbed me last night. I don't know, probably because I'm so bitter or something. I don't know. But out of that 865, I have maybe 30 that actually show up at some random time and talk.
Hmm.
And where the hell are all the rest of them at? They're not there. So even organically, you're still going to be up there in the numbers that actually aren't true.
Mm, well, he's a big boy. He gets, yeah, but
I made
still.
the point out. I made the point out. Put out another video. Don't use any way of paying for it. Just look how many views are there. And if your views go back down to where they're normally at, you know all those others were fake.
Hmm. That's what's going to happen. Just let your whatever you paid them for advertising, let that run out and and see what happens like the next freaking day.
Because if you don't even get a percentage of them people coming back to watch your later on videos, money away for nothing.
Hmm.
But hey, I'm just taking a stand for myself. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. I'm not going to put them down for what they're doing. I'm just not going to play their game, and I'm not going to let them get any more pennies off of me. Why I took away the monetization.
But what you've done is at least you got some of the money when you were monetized. Now you're in the same boat I am. I know they're making money off of what I put on YouTube. I'm just not getting any of it.
Oh hell, they're not making any money off of me when I'm not monetized because apparently I'm not watchworthy anyway unless I pay.
Mhm.
I have my little niche group of friends that we hang out and talk with. That's all we need. So I'll just go back to the way I was doing live streams when I feel like it, doing the things that I feel like, having some fun. Do the little game stream from time to time. I'll hang out and
Yeah,
just talk with some people. Majority of the time, I think I'll just go hang out
yeah,
with other people on their streams. I'm not going to worry about
yeah,
having to keep up my watch hours or anything else anymore.
yeah. And this will end up being a more fun debate than physical media.
Bored old fart. Where are you in your niche group? Hell, I hang out here. I hang out over at Life with this game so I can see the professional at work. Um, Sometimes I hang out with whoever decides to holler at me and say, "Come over. We want somebody to discuss Star Trek or Stargate or
Yeah,
something like that." Or
yeah.
morning, 47 Yorktown. I'm just not going to have to worry about trying to keep up at a certain threshold to keep YouTube happy anymore. I I'm going back to the old good time fun ways.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get a so we'll get a couple episodes of the zombie killings. You're still gonna do that, right?
Yeah, yeah, well, I'll do that from time to time. Hell, I might go back to where I was doing the random watch parties with some of the movies that you can't actually play on YouTube, but there was other ways of playing the thing and just sit
Yeah.
and bullshit about them as we watch them.
Well,
Who
hell, I do
knows what
that.
the hell?
Hell, I do that every Saturday.
Hell,
Is that
I
in me?
still owe a stream that I haven't done for 2 years about the Doctor Who movie. I still
Oh
owe that
yeah.
one.
See, that's why I haven't played one of the Doctor Who
Well, I'm
because
not talking the old ones. I was talking the one with uh in the 90s.
oh, okay, yeah, with McGann,
Yeah, the Paul McGann one.
that was so disappointing to me because
There
I
was
thought,
aspects that were and aspects that weren't. At least they gave Sylvester's regeneration scene.
yeah, I mean, because I had so high hopes for Doctor Who at that point because it looked like Fox was getting involved, and Rupert Murdoch, I mean, just made did the coup and got the NFL, and then he's going to do Doctor Who. Okay, probably the most famous and iconic sci-fi series on the planet, and they disappointed me, making Paul McGann part human. Please.
And yes, bored old fart, I was referring to Life as a Game as the professional. Well, the doctor lies, so hell, that little half human thing could just be pushed away.
How about the doctor doesn't lie?
But
The
but
master lie.
the whole damn thing with the master was
Yeah,
ridiculous. But the Doctor Who movie with McGann was still better than anything they put out in the last 3 years.
I guess so. Yeah.
I could tolerate watching the Doctor Who movie with McGann way more than I could watch the Whittaker era or this
Oh,
new era.
nobody likes Whitaker, and it's gotten worse. And I haven't seen any. Just following the Whovians on YouTube. Okay.
I
It's
watched
gonna
the
be
60th anniversary specials and that was it. I'm done. I didn't even go back and I didn't even watch the Christmas special because hell they were having a song about eating babies. It's like I'm not watching this crap. This is stupid.
uh,
Tim's
that was
awake and he says, Londell awake this early? Well, he probably hasn't went to bed yet.
oh, I've gone to bed and wait and come back. I'm an old guy. I get up early.
Yeah, sometimes us older gentlemen have to wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and then we just can't go back to sleep for a while.
Sometimes. Try nightly.
Just trying to be nice.
Every
I,
hour
don't-
on the hour seems like
I didn't want to
sometimes.
make everybody in their 50s and older feel bad.
No, it's just part of nature.
Right. The bladder just goes against you when you get older at night.
Uh, it gets larger when it shouldn't.
Yes, 47 Yorktown, you may keep the shrine in your basement.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, yeah. You keep the shrine. He's doing this on principle.
Yes, I took away my monetization on principle.
Give him a month, he'll have it back.
No, I won't. I will not. I will not sit there and go back on my word. I said I take it away and I will not re up.
Okay. See, but just to add, I didn't see anything wrong with the way you ended up being monetized. I'm questioning what LDG and crew are doing for money. That is what I'm questioning.
Yeah, but see, the way I look at it, when they changed the rules to allow people like me to get monetized,
Uh-huh.
all that was another way for them to take money from us.
I see, but they're already taking money from you.
Well, yeah,
You
they
don't
just
think that
wanted
you don't think they're
it.
running commercials on your stuff without you
Oh,
knowing
because
it?
nobody's sitting there telling me that they got a commercial that pops up halfway through a stream of mine. I
Well,
haven't heard anybody say they've seen a commercial on my channel when they go to watch a video.
no, I'm talking the live stuff later on. After after you've done the live, you're not keeping yours up, are you? Your live streams.
No, I keep everything up, and thank you, Hawks. I'll still support you too. But if I don't apply for the partnership, I'm not going to be
Hmm.
able to put anything on it unless they change the rules again.
They have changed them. They run commercials. They run ads on everything, unless on YouTube. Unless you're paying for YouTube, you get ads on every damn thing.
And if it gets to that point to where everybody starts complaining because they're trying to rewatch something, which I don't think anybody really goes back and watches any of my old live streams. The only thing
Uh-huh.
that I have proof that anybody are watching are still them goofy birthday videos that I put out
Yeah.
in the onesies. Them are the only things that are getting rewatched because I still get pop-ups every day that somebody's watched one of them. That's the
Oh,
only thing that's being watched.
yeah. And they do come across my feed. So,
What's up, mountains?
Captain Fandom Nerd, he's up early. He's not an old guy.
Been here for a little while at least. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it's like I don't really have to worry about anybody watching the old live streams unless somebody wants to go back and watch LDG jump in the swimming pool with socks on.
no. Watch a guy struggle out of wet socks now. No, thank you.
And I really don't have a problem with somebody. I haven't had any notifications that anybody's went back and watched me sing my dingling in the shower.
Uh, I mean, I'm surprised they let you get away with that one, though.
Everything was up above the waist. There was nothing naughty being shown. The only one I felt sorry for that one was Shifty went and watched it on slow motion because he was trying to figure out my facial features
Oh,
without the
God.
glasses on for his wrestling that he was making of me.
Oh, God. Does
That's the only one I felt sorry for was Shifty happened to do that one. Hey DJ. I'd say Shifty's there. I knew Shifty was there with the big sad face. I said I felt sorry for you, Shifty. Gave you traumatized you for a while there.
Hmm.
See, now that I got rid of all that shit and everything else, I can get back to being the normal self that I was and
Oh,
having all kinds
okay.
of fun.
Yeah.
That's why I'm taking the stand. I want to get back to the old ways, the fun ways.
It's a noble stand. I'll give you that.
Might be the only noble stand I have all my life, but I will continue this one until the day I die, which probably what 10 years from now.
Hmm. The interesting part is LDG hasn't jumped online indignant defending himself yet.
That's fine. He can defend it. He can do it. I don't care.
We'll probably hear it all day and all the rest of the day in the underground, though.
I will become the mean, evil person that railed against the pay for play thing.
Yeah, the one thing guys like him would 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 bitch about if this were a gaming community.
No, come on. How many times have people been bitching lately about these video game companies that says you don't actually own your video game, you just rented it?
He's the main one trying to convince people that they'll, movie companies they'll kick your door in and take all of your DVDs and Blu-rays, and it's nothing you'll be able to do about it. Yeah. Just all kind of Orwellian shit.
I'm taking a stand, damn it. It'll be my hill that I die on. And if the robots at YouTube are listening closely, I'm sure I'll be suppressed even more, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you bought it and it's yours, but through Steam and such, they could like close down and you could no longer ever have access to your game again that you bought.
Yeah,
Or you could say the wrong thing on a stream while playing the game, especially the MMOs where you're playing with other people and you can type in their chats there. Say the wrong thing, they could boot you and not let you play it anymore.
they could just accuse you of saying the wrong thing.
How many times have we seen WoW players get banned from playing World of Warcraft on a game that they bought? They're no longer able to play.
No, but if companies keep that up, and and you're kicking people off platforms and nobody's playing the game and you're not making money because I mean, which I think Hollywood is figuring that out now. They've been catering to people that don't like the movies in the first place.
Yeah, they're catering to a little small tiny percentage and pissing off the larger percentage
Yeah,
and thinking they're doing the right thing. And then we watch their movies bomb in the theaters worse and worse and worse.
yeah, because the people that are doing all the crying and belly aching about the the list of isms and ists don't watch movies. They don't go to movie theaters or play these games. I think they're figuring that out now. They're not Star Trek fans. They're not Star Wars fans. They just have a tiny little handheld device, and they can type on it faster than you can on a regular keyboard.
I don't know. I can type pretty fast on a damn keyboard. I can keep up with most of them weirdos.
I don't know. I've seen them rock. Okay.
Yes, shifty, you are an ism, a shifty-gism.
Not an ism, probably an ist.
No, it's right in his name, Gizm, ISM.
Uh,
He's an
yeah.
ism.
And I
I'm not going to target anybody that wants to pay to play on YouTube here. Go ahead, waste your money on it. Don't care. I'm just not doing it. I'm not going to help
Yeah, especially
I'm
when
not.
you're uncertain about what you end up getting out of it. That's the
Yeah,
thing. See, it's real freaking unclear what you end up getting out. Or so you got 11,000 people joined. Okay, what are you getting out of it? Just lightning fast like that. See,
I mean,
I
if you sit there and you rail against something, you don't keep doing it.
mhm.
That takes a kind of special kind of stupid. And
Yeah,
if you want things to change, you got to have a mass protest to it, or it won't
yeah.
change. You can't just say, "Oh well, that's the rules. I guess I'll do it anyway." No, you can't do that. I mean, look at Bud Light. They did something extremely stupid,
Yeah.
and they're paying for it.
Nobody's buying Bud Light anymore.
And they're trying their damnedest to try to win back the people. They just haven't done what they should have done and said and admitted what they did was stupid and wrong and they shouldn't have.
They're not going to do that.
Well, no, they're not going to, but if they wanted to get people back, that's what they would have to do.
Well,
Too many people.
it's too late for that because I mean the exec that came up with that, the marketing exec that came up with that idea. I mean, first thing out of her mouth was how beer was just frat boy thing, and we need to get away. No, it is not a frat boy thing. See, she knows uh, a handful of people. They're all upper echelon blue collar. She should. I mean, look, beer, okay, Bud Light. You should equate that with blue collar people. You see them in the, especially at the end of the day, you see them in the stores. Case, they're buying a 12 pack of Bud Light, safety blue jeans, t-shirts, safety shoe, steel toe boots, probably still got the hard hat on. Just got off work. They're going to relax a little bit with the rest of the crew and go home. That's what you equate not only Bud Light but just about any American beer with.
Well, that's the problem. You got college educated idiots making these decisions, and all
Yeah.
they do is hang out with other college educated idiots.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, you want to make a Bud Light commercial. That's what you do. I mean, and you can do that with a female character. I know plenty of females that work in factories and plants. You can do it with them, but they're too. I don't know, toffee nosed. I guess you could kind of, and then it blows up in
Oh,
their face, and it's racist.
but no, let's have somebody that doesn't even drink a beer, doesn't even know what the hell a beer is, didn't even know what a
Yeah.
freaking Super Bowl was, and yeah, let's promote him as one of the faces. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
To
And
try to
then
win over a group that will never drink beer. They're not going to drink a Bud Light. No, they want something bubbly. They want little bubbles popping in their nose. They want something with sweet
champagne.
taste. They want they no, fuck it.
Morons that think we should be more European. Why? you know, the whole continent is right now is scared shitless of one country.
Though you talk to some of those people and they act like they could do everything on their own, which is comical. And hey, last son,
No, they can't.
good night,
Trust me.
Hawks. No, no, but you got some that think right now that they could. I had that debate 4 days ago. Go back and watch that. live stream.
Yeah. Look, pull out, and like I said, we pull out of NATO, they'd all shit the pants.
That's the comical part. They think if you're someone that thinks that we should pull out of NATO, then you're all for Russia. No, we're just tired of wasting our money
No, no, look,
on.
that now look, the Ukraine, I hope he's listening. The Ukraine situation, that's a European problem. Okay.
Yep.
You shouldn't be asking for US help. There should be enough tanks and planes and bombs built by Europeans, manned by European soldiers to dissuade Russia from doing that.
Yvette says, "Don't include our little island in the Europe issues." No, no. I will rephrase it. It's EU bullshit.
Now we're talking about like France, Belgium, the Netherlands,
Germany.
that place where Joseph lives. Those are Europeans. See? And those are the snooty people, you know, that think they're
UK
so
had the balls
sophisticated.
enough to get themselves out of the EU because they knew it was nothing but a freaking con game.
Yeah. So I mean, so like, if something happens and they like want to fuck with England, the U.S. will be right there, and we'll just replay D-Day and take the damn continent back.
I mean, for crying out loud, if you made a commitment and you can't hold up to it, there's something wrong. 2% was not that big of a deal to try to hold up to.
They should. I mean, it should be more than 2%.
Oh, yeah, it technically should, but they only had 2% to hold up, and most of them weren't holding up to that 2%.
I know that. I mean, they had Americans over there spending cash, and that's what they wanted more than anything. I mean, trust me, you were probably just like me. You were probably stationed in Germany for a while, okay? And that's what you did when you weren't on duty. You spent money in the German economy, and that's more than anything what they were concerned of, what they wanted more than anything. So just pull everything back. All those tanks and planes and artillery pieces. I hope there's enough room on England, on the British Isle for this stuff, you know. And then just, okay, now what are y'all gonna do? They'll come to they'll come to a a, a, a peaceful solution to end that Ukraine war in a heartbeat.
Well, there's too many questions on where half that money's went to been sent to Ukraine anyway. Doesn't seem like it's getting spent on where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'd like to know where it's going to, personally.
Is it just a money laundering scheme for Joe?
Huh. I mean, we've seen enough stuff over there, and we see how incompetent the Russian army is. Because I mean, they should have rolled over Ukraine in like a month.
Yeah, they should have done it in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but just
But we seen how corrupt that the military is in Russia, and they pocket most of the money.
what it is in Russia is pathetic. I mean, yeah. I mean, if it's that bad now, just it was even worse when it was communist. But somehow I think we should have known better. Just look what the Afghans did to them.
Oh, the fun times we live world today. So much fun.
Laundered back into the DNC and the Biden's offshore accounts. Probably.
What's up, Bosco? Well, what do you expect? We got a president that apparently too incompetent to stand trial, so let's just let him get away with everything.
Yeah, and he jumps on the podium pissed off about that and proves the point. You know,
Yep.
that was the beauty of it. Yeah.
That was hilarious. Let's President of Mexico.
No, that wasn't hilarious. That was scary because this guy has access to the football.
I don't
Okay.
think he actually has access to the football. I don't think he has any access to anything but a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah, from your lips
They
to
just try,
God's ears.
they
But
just
then
trot
who?
him out, put him back in the closet when they're done.
But then who has the football then? If he does,
Um, my
that's what
suspicion this is the third term of Obama. That's
everybody's
my
saying that.
suspicion
So everybody keeps saying that. So it must be true.
because we know sure as hell Kamala ain't in charge of shit.
Oh, that dingbat. Oh God. What?
She's got even lower approval rating than he does.
See that just shows you. There's no way I would stand on a debate stage with a man, tell the truth about him, label him the racist that he is and always has been, and then be his vice president.
Yep.
If I got that call from him, it would be, fuck you. Remember what I told you the other day? I'm still there, man. You know, there's no I sometimes okay, I can understand playing the game. You all on, you're all Democrats, and we gotta look like we're all on the same page. But some things, okay, and everything she said about him was true. And then all of a sudden, you're gonna turn around and be his number one ass kisser. No.
Well, in her defense, she might have thought they wouldn't last this long either.
Has anyone seen the wrist that's attached to the hand operating him?
No,
Not
it's up
yet.
his butt. That's
Yeah.
why he walks funny. Just a puppet. Just a puppet up his butt.
Or maybe it's animatronic like they did in like Disney has.
One of the old Chuck E. Cheese robots.
Yeah, I remember those scary ass things.
Yeah, you get him leaning at you all of a sudden. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm on out of here. I did not say I was leaving, Richie. I just said I wasn't going to concentrate and make this
Uh-huh.
job. Gonna do what I want when I want, not worry about anything else.
And then
So
this
if I
shit, you know, this shit with the shrinkflation. He's trying to blame company. You old bastard. Nobody's buying this shit anymore.
no, they're not. I'm not buying it. The way I look at it, Richie, now I don't have to worry about trying to keep my watch hours up or anything else. If I want to do a live stream, I'll do a live stream. If I want to take a week or two off and not do anything, I'll do that. I just don't
Yeah.
care anymore.
Okay,
Freeze me.
son of. Go ahead.
No, I kind of lost my train of thought now. I'm turning into Joe Biden.
Oh God, no! Last
My
son of
butt's been
Kate.
wiped.
Dementia Joe is a sock puppet, and Kamala has permanent rug burns on her knees. That's why she wears pantsuits all the time, I guess.
I just don't want that picture of her in anything without pantsuit. No, I don't want to. No, don't put that picture in my head. Damn it. Bad enough the other morning when I woke up and went to the underground, there was LDG walking around in a towel.
Oh my God. Please say that did not go over the internet.
Everybody just heard me say it. But no, it wasn't live streamed.
Whew.
All right, I'm going to get back to having fun. Screw that worrying about everything and screw giving YouTube dollars. Screw them. Oh, yeah, they're going to turn up political censorship. I'll probably have a election warning or some shit at the bottom of this live stream by the time it's over with. I'll have something there.
I don't get that. There's no problem with. There shouldn't be a problem with discussing politics.
You know, all I got to do is say flat Earth, and I'll probably have one of those warnings.
Oh yeah, let's test it out. Flat
I
Earth.
just said flat Earth, flat Earth. All right, there. We'll see if that pops up on the bottom. I wonder if you could say like 50 of them, if they'd put like all that underneath it, and you just keep scrolling down, and it's nothing but little this and this and this and this and this
Little
before you could
Wiki,
even get to a comment.
oh yeah, those little Wikipedia blurbs. I mean,
Oh,
and
who the hell uses Wikipedia? You can sit there and edit that shit out to anything you want to make it.
I know, but
The hell?
that's usually what they use is Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And those
because
things you can sit there and edit to anything you want. You usually
uh,
sometimes you watch one, it'll change daily for about 3 weeks because somebody's arguing back and forth about so-called facts on it.
and whose idea was that anyway? I mean, to do that anyway.
I have no idea. I should do an in-depth investigation into Wikipedia. Who came up with the idea? Who decided to let random people just edit shit?
Yeah, I mean, there should be so many lawsuits about, you know, about a lot of that stuff. I mean,
Oh man. Hey, we've made it an hour and I haven't been booted off the stream yet.
oh, they're building it up. They're going to get us both. We'll be crying before midnight.
That's okay, last son. There are flat earthers around the globe that'll still think it's true. Around the globe.
Some of them some of them are nuts.
I still
Try
have the hot.
all of them are nuts.
I still have the hot dog theory. The Earth actually looks like a hot dog.
Oh wow! Kansas City Chiefs win Super Bowl for second year in a row. Big whoop.
Yeah, big whoop. I was having fun watching on X how people are thinking the game was rigged.
Oh, that Taylor Swift shit.
Yeah, people sit there. Well, only the MAGA people are upset with. No, a lot of people are upset. Happen to hear about Taylor Swift and all the Swifty bullshit over and over and over because she's overrated.
You know, I don't know one song she's done.
Me either. That's another stand. I'm never watching a Super Bowl again unless they have Weird Al Yankovic as the halftime show, and then I'll just watch the halftime show and none of the rest.
I mean, I mean, all the great bands, they're all gone now anyway. You know, the last decent halftime show is Prince. But he did that one. That was it.
Here's the key question of the day: who is Taylor Swift? It is a female that made all her money by writing songs about boyfriends she broke up with.
So this big dumb jock that she's dating now is in trouble.
Yep.
Soon as you leave her, everything you did and said, it'll be in a song.
I gotta go scroll back here. This one, I'm sure Goodall is happy with the viewership numbers from his maneuvering to get the Swifty Bowl. NFL has been woke and broke for over a decade. Tay Tay got her little morons to watch these. I don't even think they watched it. I think her morons probably just waited till clips were uploaded to YouTube or something that showed her doing something at it. Hello, Keely Chow. Nope, it's nothing you need to remember, Yvette.
Yeah, I mean, let's just face it. Music nowadays sucks. There are no more bands. It's all these little dumbass individuals that they're running around calling artists. No, you're
And
not an
most of
artist.
and most of them use auto tune because they can't sing worth a shit.
Yeah, they just look good.
Just pick out somebody that looks good. Say here, well, they can't sing. Just run it through an auto tune. It'll be okay. I am not a furry, 47 Yorktown, and no, I am not a Swifty. There, Richie. I almost made a goofball because I was going to say something about Sissa Prey, but no, that would have come out wrong.
Uh,
I'm
leave
not going to
Sister
say I'm a
Prey alone.
sissy.
Leave
I'm not
Sister
going to say I'm a sissy.
Oh, okay. Oh no, that would have been too bad. That oh my god. Let's not go there.
Poor bird still sleeping.
No, I bet you birds up. Birds an early riser too.
Oh, let's see. What else?
Physical media. Everybody buy physical media.
All
Okay.
right, hugs, Yvette. Go lay down. Relax. Chill out.
Yeah, relax. You deserve it.
You deserve a break today. Only one song that came out last year I even liked. And that was the Beatles song.
Oh,
It's the only one I liked last year.
yeah. I'm like, okay. They figured out a way to take John's voice off of a tape and make a new and essentially create a new Beatles song.
Yeah, because
What about
part of the song, the original song, wasn't even included in this. They deleted that whole section of the song. Then they added some acoustic guitars from George.
hmm
And then Paul made up pretty much everything else from the steel guitar or the steel guitar part. He played it in the style of George. He played
Oh,
bass.
uh-huh.
He did the other acoustic parts to it. Ringo did the drums, and then they brought in uh, the kid of their producer from way back, and they put together the orchestra part.
Hmm.
Then they took harmonies off of 3 old Beatles songs from the 60s to add in so you'd have harmony backgrounds to
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was wondering about, the harmonies, because John's not the only one that's dead. So,
No, they pulled 3 different songs. One of them was off of Abbey Road. Can't quite remember the other 2 right off the top of my head, and used those as the vocal harmonies in the background.
okay, now that's bringing up some questions for me about. So, are we going to see music? Are we going to see record labels doing stuff like this so that we can have this new Jimi Hendrix joint all of a sudden? Because they can take his voice, run it, run it, run it through a machine, and type out the lyrics, and it'll sing them to this guitar riff and this drum, and these drums and the bass. It's a totally new song, and it's in the style that Hendrix used to play in.
Morning, Bill. Well, yeah, we'll probably get some of that. Hell, even that new Beatles song, people have taken the vocals off of it and redid the song in different styles. Hell, there's one I heard that didn't sound bad, as if the Beatles played it in the early 60s.
Huh.
So it has the early 60s vibe to it, but it's still the actual vocals from the song. I think if they were going to redo, they should have redone Free as a Bird and Real Love. That was a little janky with John's voice. They should have went back and redid the vocals for that part.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Professor. That's right, bored old fart. If you go by the conspiracy that Paul died too in the 60s, and that's why the Volkswagen Bug said 28F, um, Ringo would be the only surviving member. And Ringo is the oldest member. Right now, he is 83, and Paul, or fake Paul, whichever you want to look at it, is 81.
Oh, not with another conspiracy. Okay.
Well, I didn't fall for that conspiracy thing either, but
My brain is hurting from all these conspiracies. Yeah, no more conspiracies are not, they're not real. Except when it
because
comes to Biden.
if you sit there and you supposedly if you play the White Album backwards on the
And it
Revolution
says
#9,
Paul
it's
is dead. Yeah.
yeah, and it also says "Turn Me On, Dead Man." Here's trouble.
You know it. What's going on, guys?
Taking a stand.
What stand are you taking?
I demonetized myself,
Okay.
and I said F it because I'm not paying YouTube to unsuppress me.
Ugh. Hey, Professor Brainy Specs. Been a long time. Yes.
Well, bored old fart, fake Paul might be 81 too. We just don't know. That's another little warning thing we'll have at the bottom. We will have a Wikipedia link that about fake beetle conspiracies here now. We got flat Earth and we got fake beetle conspiracy theories. There we go. We're doing good.
Should
I
we
still
bring up
am.
the moon landing?
I think Elvis is with an alien and Bigfoot playing poker. That's my theory.
Okay, Elvis is with Bigfoot and an alien playing poker, and we didn't land on the moon apparently.
Oh, didn't you know it was in a building? Shot on studio. Come on.
John F. Kennedy didn't really die. He was just put in cold storage
Yeah.
somewhere to be brought out later in life somewhere.
No, actually, him, Tupac, and who else? They're on an island in the Mediterranean.
Oh, okay. They're on there.
Tupac and Biggie, or what was that one?
Tupac
yeah.
Shakur.
No,
Tupac,
not
Tupac.
Tupac, and
Big-
there was another.
yeah, Biggie Smalls.
Biggie.
And well, let's just add Jim Morrison in there for the hell of it.
Oh, sure.
Oh, like,
Absolutely.
Gotta
yeah,
add Jim.
That happened. Yeah, that whole shower is a conspiracy theory.
You can't make me believe that that's really Jim Morrison buried in France.
why not? I mean, I could see the French accepting him.
Break on through
John
to
Wayne's
the
not
other
dead.
side.
He's frozen.
Taking a stand, Bill, because I'm not going to sit there and pay YouTube to unsuppress me. That's why I'm taking a stand. They don't need any of my money. They don't need the money of anybody that decided to try to super chat me or anything either. They don't need that money. That's why I demonetized myself to get back to the old ways of Deej, to the old fun ways, and saying, F them. So if I want to sit here shirtless on a stream smoking a cigarette, I will. Fuck them. I am shirtless. Just be happy I got the camera off this morning, folks.
Yeah, but you could do that when you were monetized, couldn't you?
Well, apparently after you get the full monetization, then you get little messages from them saying, you shouldn't smoke on camera because you're promoting that to people, and that's not a good thing.
Who asked them?
Yeah.
Promoting. Fucking A, who needed to promote cigarettes back when we were kids? Oh, wait, it was our parents when they handed us
No,
money and
we-
said, "Go get cigarettes in the store for me."
Hell,
Yeah.
when we were kids, we could walk in and go get the cigarettes for our folks.
Yeah, I know. That's what they did. They'd send us out. Here's the money. Give me a
Yeah.
pack of Marlboro menthols. Or in my
Bring
dad's
me
case,
back my
Marlboro Reds.
change.
Or if we were lucky, we could get a 5-cent piece of bubble gum for going and doing it.
Yep. Ah, the good old days.
Yeah. Normally, I had to bring back the change.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
It's like
Yeah.
that.
Bored Old Fart said Elvis is alive and making a burger in Chattanooga.
There we go.
Oh, that's right. We forgot about the king, didn't we?
Oh, that's a good movie.
No, originally we had Elvis playing cards with Bigfoot and an alien.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's
No,
making a
but-
burger in Chattanooga.
No, but I mean, but Elvis should be on the island with JFK, Tupac, and Biggie.
Oh, there you go.
3 creatives and a politician.
Oh, let's go ahead and just say Jimmy Hoffa's there for good measure.
Yeah, he's.
No,
running security.
Jimmy Hoffa is still holding up a structure of a building in Chicago.
No, wait. I thought it was Giant Stadium.
Wherever the hell it is. He's holding up something. Right, Keely, we do not kneel. Professor brings up Elvis just went home, pointing
Uh-huh.
skyward.
Wouldn't it be a trip if that were true?
I'd be pissed because they didn't take me home.
I forgot to add you guys to my group chat.
Oh, I got to
I got
answer a
kicked out of
message.
I got kicked out of the prior group chat I was in because I had a falling out. And I was like, screw it, man. I was enjoying some of the fun stuff we were doing in there and the memes. So I was like, I'll just create my own fucking one. Oh, you'll love it though. I actually did put in the key part, the very first part. I said, this is fun, memes, good times. I was like, let's keep the drama to a minimum because that was one thing in that weather group chat I couldn't stand. And then I put in there, no politics. And in parentheses, I put for me, I said, that goes double for me. Everybody knows I'll get into a political rant if I'm allowed to.
And you're welcome last Sunday. I didn't troubleshoot for you on your birthday. You're welcome. See, what else can I take a stand against? I can take a stand against all those haters that said they absolutely hated the Deadpool trailer yesterday. I didn't see a goddamn thing in that trailer to call it the MCU.
No, I thought it looked hilarious.
That's just you wanting to get negative clicks to try to keep your channels up. That's all that was. There was nothing goddamn wrong with that Deadpool trailer yesterday.
Oh, okay. I haven't checked out the Deadpool trailer yet.
I gotta admit, the one part I thought was pretty funny. Pegging isn't anything new for me, but it is for Disney.
Londas, Dragonstorm is here. Stephen Walton, he asked me what I do. Well, I demonetized myself. There's Stephen. And why did I do that? Because YouTube is a fucked up creature that suppresses you and will
Yes.
only allow you to get forward if you pay them money.
So
Yes.
I cannot add you guys to my group chat. Neither one of you. I don't know what the fuck that's all about.
I'm being suppressed. That's why.
On X. What's Mr.
I could
Londell's
be.
excuse? They won't
I
let
could be
anything-
because I cause a lot of hectic on X. I'm surprised I haven't been banned yet for as much. It's like once a week I always remind people that Kamala got into politics on her knees.
Ooh. So wonder they
Yep.
haven't come after you.
Wasn't she Willie Brown's chew toy for a while?
That's
Yes, she
right.
was for a long while.
Yeah, Mr. Londell, I can't add you either. I can't add either one of you to this group chat.
Yes, I will take a stand against this. The remake of The Stand. The original was good. That bastardized version that they put out 2 years ago or so, that I will take a stand against too, because that was bullshit. That was a horrible freaking remake of it.
I didn't
How
even.
horrible
I
was
watched
it?
the first- I watched the first episode and I was like, "This is not the same characters." I was like, "I read the book."
This is how horrible that was. They changed Larry Underwood's character to a black man and then gave him every racial stereotype possible in the world. They made him a druggie. They made him a dope dealer. They made him a thief. They made him go after only white women. They did everything that was horrible about it.
The whole point of Larry Underwood's character in the book was he did the song "Baby, Can You Dig Your Man," and the point was saying he sounded black, even though he was
Yeah,
a
but
white
in the
guy.
remake,
And I was
he stole that song from somebody else.
oh, you've got to be kidding me. He's one
No,
of the
I'm
best
not
characters.
kidding. He had a
He's
partner
one of the
that actually wrote the song, but he stole it and then put it out as his own.
Huh.
wow. Talk about degrading the character. He's one of the most important
He did.
characters in the. He's one of the most important characters in the book.
Yeah.
I also saw they really de-aged the old man, the one who was with East Texas. The guy Gary Sinise played. Not Gary Sinise, but I cannot remember that actor's name.
My favorite Martian,
Yes, that guy. That you know who I'm talking about.
Ray Walston.
Ray Walston.
Thank you. Yeah. He was
Yeah, they
great
made
in
him.
that series.
Yeah.
Well, what they do with the retarded guy?
MOON. That
I
spells.
suppose-
Oh, they kind of left him sort of the same.
Yeah, I wasn't really interested in watching it. I when I watched the first episode, I was just kind of like, no, no, no. That's not how Abigail acts. She's not this stuck-up little bitch like that. I'm like, she doesn't treat Harold like that. He doesn't treat him like a piece of shit. He's the guy stuck in the friend zone.
Even Trash Can Man was extremely boring in this remake.
Well, look at the cast they had back then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had Amber Heard and they had dipshit
Molly
that plays the
Ringwald,
Flash.
they had. Well, I'm not talking about the remake. I'm talking about.
I was talking about the remake. They had a pretty horrible cast. You get the original. You had Molly Ringwald. You had
Gary
hell, you had
Sinise.
Gary Sinise. You had
Ray Walston.
What's
Corin
his name? Rob
Dimmick.
Lowe.
Bill Faber, Bakken, whatever the hell his name is,
Oh,
on
yeah,
Coach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the guy
Or-
who played. The guy who played and then you had Rob Lowe playing. God, I'm forgetting the name of the characters now, and he played the deaf character. Really, he was my favorite. Rob Lowe's character in that original was actually my favorite character.
And you had the guy that was on Evening Shade that played the judge. He was damn good in it.
Oh yeah, he was great. They had a really stellar cast.
Mm-hmm.
Even for the short bit when they had Ray Flowers show, and you had Kathy Bates there doing that one. That was way
Yes,
better than the.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting bringing in Kathy Bates in there. And at first, I didn't realize who she was. I wasn't that familiar with Kathy Bates at the time. But, years later, I found out. I was like, oh, shit, yeah. Because, dude, she was stellar. Her and James Caan were just perfect for Misery.
Right.
I mean, it just, oh, God, back when, I was watching Critical Drinkers, one of his things, and it was kind of like, one thing that he said was, if Godzilla -1 taught anybody in Hollywood anything, it's that you can make a good, excellent movie on a budget. I mean, the movie was made on $15 million. And it shows you that, hey, you don't need to fucking spend $200-300 million to make a big movie. And one of the biggest problems is, these actors are overpaid. I mean, I heard The Rock is doing a movie where he's going to get paid $50 million. That's a mid-budget movie right there. I'm sorry, but how is The Rock worth $50 million for a movie?
Yeah. Look, Hollywood went through this once before in the 50s into the 60s with all they wanted to do was like the big budget musicals or epic sword and sandal type things with where everybody that was a star had a bit part in it. Okay, and for some reason the movie Cleopatra came along.
Oh, I was just thinking of that too.
All of a sudden everybody just went, ugh, and it changed. It's on the verge of happening now to change things around again.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking, when you said that, the 50s and 60s, Cleopatra popped into my head.
Yeah,
because
that was
just like 3 hours long, and it was it was a very expensive, and it flopped.
Yeah, and see, they're on the verge of Hollywood is on the verge of that happening again. They went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with all this CGI.
Oh yeah,
every movie you see now, it's got CGI. No, I mean, you use CGI for a fantasy movie, a sci-fi movie, maybe a little bit in a action movie. But come on, just every time you got you got a computer graphics something in. No, you're fucking up when you do that.
it would be cheaper. And this is one thing Critical Drink brought up was the overuse of CGI, and CGI is expensive. It'd be cheaper to go to the location and use practical effects.
Yeah, it is. And they're, for some reason, they're stuck on this, you know, who got to spend $200 million and the movie has to make $1 billion in profit. No, they should be looking at projects for the most part, 15, 20, $50 million movie that you can put in a theater this time of year that people will see.
Exactly.
Look at what they did in the 80s. In the summertime, that's when you had your blockbuster.
Yep, your tentpole movies, as they were called back then.
But throughout the rest of the year, you had other, you know, small movies like A Fish Called Wanda. Okay,
that was a funny movie.
Yeah, that was, you know, it wasn't. And when they released it in that time frame, well, the season, it was perfect for it. Or a movie like Benny and June, things like that. You know, they weren't summer releases. They were released like through the year, and they were good enough. People went to see them.
I think you're hitting a good point there, because that's one of the things, because I grew up during the 80s and the 90s, you know, going to the movies a lot. I mean, my grandmother used to go, and that was the thing. You could go to the movies throughout the year. And yeah, your summertime was your big budget movies. You know, that was those, you know, the blockbuster movies that were expected to come out. But throughout the year, you could find a movie that you're like, oh, this looks interesting. I want to go see this. And it'd be, you know, maybe some low budget movie, you know, something interesting. Maybe you liked it, maybe you didn't, but you know, it was interesting enough to get you to want to go to the theater. And also going to the theater was a lot cheaper. But you had, you know, they keep talking about, and this is the fucking thing I can't stand with Hollywood, is this stupid, well, we need more diversity. You need diversity of content.
Right.
That was one of the biggest things. I used to watch a whole variety of diverse movies throughout a year. I might go see a drama, a family comedy, an action movie, a horror movie, a Christmas movie, a holiday movie, all in the same year.
Yeah.
Because they made those movies, like you said, they put the big money into the summer blockbuster ones, but then they spread out the wealth throughout the year and say, hey, you know, we got 25 million for this project. You know, let's, you know, hey, we got this. This is a good script. You know, we can put 25 million to this. Let's see what we can do with it. And sometimes you get a decent success. But if it flopped, at least it wasn't, you know, a massive flop. You had enough spread out through the year that if you had one flop, you would be able to offset it with, you know, some of your other successes. But then you look at what happened with Disney, mainly the past year. Like one movie breaks even, maybe, and that was Guardians of the Galaxy, and then everything else flopped. And the worst part is some of them, I'll give you an example. I did not see The Little Mermaid, and my whole reason is completely different from a lot of people, because mine is, that is my favorite Disney movie. It's the favorite I have of the music. And I'm like, I am not going to watch you ruin this. I already tried to watch The Lion King, which is another one of my all-time favorites. And I was like, you screwed that up. I'm like, sorry, James Earl Jones can't even save this movie.
You heathen. The only Disney movie that counts is Song of the South.
Yeah,
I just did that for the hell of it.
Okay.
I don't really believe that, Mr. Londell. I just said it to be an asshole.
I said I'm trying to bring up a point. If you have not seen Song of the South, you need to see it.
I have.
It's not the movie. It's not what people are saying about it.
Well, you're going to play hell finding a copy of it anymore.
I got a copy of it.
Well, I know you do, but they're trying to scrub that thing from existence.
No, but see, you need to do some research on the guy that compiled those fables. Okay, he was an abolitionist. Okay, and the characters he created in Uncle Remus was not was not was not a slave. There are no slaves in that. Okay. And if you look at even what Disney did, okay, Disney was playing on a theme. You had a kid and his parents were breaking up. And Uncle Remus was helping him cope with it, with those fables. Okay. There's nothing about slavery in that movie, nothing about slavery in the book that it's based on. Okay. These are idiots, probably young white idiots that have never read it. They're going on something some other white idiot told them about it. Okay.
In that same respect, I can say the same thing about black people when they call somebody an Uncle Tom and they use it as a slur. I'm like, you didn't read Uncle Tom's Cabin, did you?
No, they didn't. No,
like
they did
you're
not.
using that as an insult when I'm like, if you had actually read Uncle Tom's Cabin, Uncle Tom is a fucking hero and should be used as a term of respect, not an insult. But that's the problem. People use those terms like, well, no, it was about this. I'm like, did you read the book? Oh, no, I didn't read the book. Then shut the fuck up.
I'd rather go back and watch the old Herbie movies.
Oh, God, yeah.
To add to it, another book written by an abolitionist. Okay. So, oh yeah, the Herbie movies, I don't know. Maybe when I was like 12, but after
Could have
that,
said worse. I could have said the computer wears tennis shoes.
I got a movie I wouldn't mind watching again. I haven't actually not the movie. I want to watch the series again, the Weird Science series.
I never saw that.
Oh, I've
There you
got
go. Board.
The movie, but not the
Bored
series.
Old Fart. I've got the Three Stooges.
I got three. I actually even have original Three Stooges trading cards.
Oh, no
Way back
way,
way before I was even born.
Huh.
It's only 3 movies I want to see this year. Only 3. Deadpool Wolverine movie. I want to see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And I want to see A Quiet Place 3.
I have not seen the Planet of the Apes, these updated ones. I have not seen them. I've only seen the first Quiet Place. I'm not interested in any of the sequels or anything. I kind of liked it as a one and done. I definitely want to see Deadpool and Wolverine, and hopefully if things work out, me and the Ambassador, we're gonna go catch Dune 2, because we're gonna catch a middle ground between us to go to the movie theater. It's 40 minutes away. So.
And I'm taking a stand there, JP's, because I can. And good morning, Cinnabon. And he comes in swinging the trolling right off the bat by saying congratulations to KC for winning Taylor Swift Bowl #1. A new era of humanity has begun.
You actually don't tell me, Cinnabon, that you watched that game.
I doubt he did. He just
Because
wants to see.
I haven't watched a football game in 6 years now, at least. I got fed up with that taking the knee bullshit, and I just stopped. I'm a Cowboy fan, okay, a ravenous Cowboy fan, but I got sick of that taking the knee bullshit.
And I would say this right now: if Cinnabon did watch the Super Bowl, every time he saw Taylor Swift, he probably said, "Oh boy."
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't watch football, so I didn't keep up with this until I started seeing certain things pop up and people were talking about Taylor Swift and football. I was like, what is this all about? And then eventually I found out, I was like, oh, she's dating a football player. I'm like, And I thought it was so funny because I looked up, she's 35 years old now. It's kind of like somebody was like, can she just get married to this guy?
No, she's only dating him so she can dump him later on and make a new album.
Yeah,
That's all that's about.
yeah. We're gonna know all about his steroid use and everything.
I saw Taylor Swift back in Florida. I took my oldest daughter to see her. I think
All right,
she,
that's it. You're kicked off here because you watched Taylor Swift.
Yeah. The hell?
okay, hear me out here, guys. Before you start getting like that, understand this. My daughter is 23 years old. She was 14 at the time. Okay, so do some math in there. And this was when this was before Taylor Swift went full into the pop scene. She was still country, kind of leaning towards that pop thing that was going on. And, it wasn't a bad concert. I'm not going to say it was bad. But once she went to the pop scene, I had no clue. Like I said, I don't follow that pop scene music, so I have no idea. Oh, Jesus, Keely Chow. Oh, man. I hadn't heard an R. Kelly reference in forever. Oh, God, remember when Dave Chappelle did a whole thing on him on the Dave Chappelle show? I want to piss on you.
Bonsai, bonsai, bonsai.
I don't know. Look, I don't know shit about Taylor Swift. I don't keep up with her.
I didn't know who the hell. I still don't know who the hell she is. Okay, just to me, it's just some pop singer.
Well, originally she started out in country music.
We didn't need a bio.
No, she started in country music around 14. She got popular. And then she was kind of doing that trend we saw a lot of them doing around that time where they were getting a little pop also with country, which is where I started tuning out. So I don't listen to a lot of new country music. But, I've seen Carrie Underwood in concert. She was amazing.
JP's sticking to it's not a she.
No, when I saw Carrie Underwood in concert. I thought she was fantastic.
Keely says the Chiefs better not have a Sunday night game in 2024 because Sunday nights belong to Carrie Underwood.
I don't know what that reference means.
Me either. I mean, but hell, I haven't listened to what's considered music now for
Darren, my thumbnail may suggest I'm playing well, but I'm just being Leroy Jenkins and I'm running into things full out.
Leroy Jenkins.
At least I got chicken.
Hey, I still remember when that was a Jeopardy question, damn it. And nobody knew it. It was like when I heard that, I was like, what is World of Warcraft? I was like, shit, I got an answer and nobody knew it. Carrie Underwood does the theme for Sunday Night Football. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember when they used to have good musicians doing the themes for football night.
What was it when
like Hank Williams Jr.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Which one was he? Did he originally? No, he didn't do the Sunday night thing. He did
Monday nights.
Monday night. Yeah.
So all my rowdy friends are coming over the night.
Yeah. And all because he lost it all because he criticized Obama.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Let's not even go there. That's where I thought everything went to shit around this country when everything became like, you can't. I watched a freaking video. I watched this guy, Black Conservative Perspective, and love this guy. I think he's got a good channel. And you have this woman who's out, this mayor. She's outside of Chicago, but she literally, like, her entire, I guess, assembly is black, and they're questioning her funding. And she literally says on camera, "Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. You're black. You're black, and you're questioning a black woman in power." I'm thinking,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and that gal is gangster. Okay, that's why they're
Now, hey,
questioning her.
everybody, you see LTG today. Tell them congratulations.
good for Pickles. Good for Pickles.
He bought every one of them.
I'm not saying nothing like that. Just tell them congratulations.
I don't know where my channel's at. I haven't exactly done anything on it. I just pretty much stick to TikTok. It's easy to do a minute rant when I'm in a mood. I think I get to see my doctor tomorrow, so I can finally get my
Colonoscopy?
No, I'm gonna get this shit. No, I got to get a referral.
Well, why would you show us that this early in the morning when people are trying to have breakfast?
Well, I got to live with it. My family's got to look at it. You guys might as well see it.
No.
No, thank you.
Man, imagine how I feel. It's on my body.
Darren.
God damn it. That almost makes me want to do a shot of freaking Fireball.
I had some Fireball last night. It was good.
And that's too damn early in the morning for that.
I blame you for that.
Blame me. I get all the blame.
Darren, it is pay to play or pay to win. The question is, when he stops paying for the advertisement, what happens to those numbers?
Welcome to Crazy Town, people. I think I heard you guys talking about Bud Light earlier.
But
we kind of meandered down that hallway a little bit.
We were kind of wandering down tons of hallways just to see what kind of warnings I would have underneath this live stream later. We did Flat Earth. We did Beetle conspiracies. We
fake moon landing.
Fake moon landing. Joe Biden poops his pants.
Yeah, I definitely, you know what, if I'm going to go with a conspiracy theory, I definitely say this is definitely Barack Obama's third term. I guarantee you he is the earpiece. He is the man behind the throne.
And
that's not a conspiracy theory. That's fact.
I'm going with that the world is not flat, or is it round? I am going with that it is hot dog shaped. I like hot dogs.
No, it's not. It's banana shaped.
It's got banana a curve. Oh, it's got curve for her pleasure. Curve to reach those hard to reach places.
Especially if you're Taylor Swift, probably.
Hey, Darren, actually, one time, and I think you were here when we mentioned it. I had a warning at the bottom of my channel for that one because we laughed so damn hard the next day on that one. Comical. Let's see, what else did we cover? We covered Elvis's a fry cook in Chattanooga.
Well, you say he's a fry cook in Chattanooga.
I say he's with the aliens and Bigfoot playing poker.
No.
Oh, no, wait. We put him on an island with JFK, Jimmy Hoffa. Who else?
Tupac and Biggie. They're all nice. It's a nice little island in the Aegean Sea. You know.
And Professor Brainy Specs said, no, actually went home, and he pointed up to the sky. So Elvis is everywhere.
Well, he was the king.
No, he was not. That's where we disagree and we part company.
Well, I still say he was the king of rock and roll.
No.
I know you're going to say Chuck Berry, right?
There's 4 pillars. There's not a king, but there are 4 pillars of rock
All right.
music.
Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and who?
No. Elvis is not on that list. He's not one of the 4 pillars.
Elvis ain't even on the list. What was I right about Chuck Berry and Little Richard?
That's 2 of them. Yeah.
All right.
there is-
Bill Haley,
No.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
No. Ray Charles.
How did I know you were? That was the next one out of my mouth. I was going to say Ray Charles next.
And Jackie Wilson, I would say. That's where Elvis learned his moves from.
That's racist. You went with all black people.
Well, the music was invented by black people.
What about James Brown?
Prove me wrong.
What about James Brown?
That's later on. James Brown.
That's true.
That
James
would be
Brown wasn't
soul.
until the 60s.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah. Here was a joke I remember. Conspiracy theory. Rap was invented by white people. It was originally called square dancing.
Yeah, you could say that. Just calling a square dance is rap.
I thought it was just mumbling.
No, that popped into my head. That was I don't know, a comedian from long ago. I heard that from, and I was just like, I thought it was so funny, and it just popped in my head after all this.
All right, fine. Well, the Beatles created heavy metal.
Oh hell no!
I would
What do you-
give I would give that to Jimi Hendrix.
Thank you.
What do you call revolution then? What do you call
Snooze fest, something I'd be smoking a joint to.
Helter
Maybe
Skelter?
something that.
What do you call Helter Skelter?
Drug-induced recording session.
A lot of people will say Helter Skelter is heavy metal.
Oh, not even close. No, I wouldn't say Jim Morrison did, or Jim Morrison, I would say, was more heavy metal than any of that.
Jim Morrison was far from being heavy metal. The hell song would you even consider?
Depends on
Yeah.
what you mean by the precursor to heavy metal.
Heavy metal, that's like really intense
Guitars, drums.
Oh, I like
Well,
what
the
Darren
Skelter.
said. I like what Darren said. Stevie Wonder can't see. It's all an act.
No, Father Stomp, I'm not closing. I'm just not going to be as active because I'm not going to let YouTube be my overlord. I'm just going to do whatever I want whenever I want. Uh-oh, here's another conspiracy theory. Stevie Wonder can see. It's all an act.
Yeah, I just said that. Now it's
Well, you know, there is kind of some videos where it looks like Stevie Wonder's actually looking at people
Yeah, but
before they say
that-
anything to him.
That's natural reaction with blind people. If you've ever been around someone who is blind, they can lock in on you by talk, just hearing you talk, where you are in the room or whatever.
Yep, it was before anybody even said anything. He'd like spin and look, and then they'd talk. Weird.
I don't trust
Very
that.
weird.
That was some crazy Russian guy that came up with that, if I'm not mistaken.
we don't trust Ruskies.
Hey, I trust Yakov Smirnoff.
Bird. How you doing?
Oh, bird's awake.
Blah bird.
Bird is awake. Bird is the word.
Yeah, Miss Linda, have you heard? The bird is the word.
Oh, Darren says there's footage of him catching things. I heard Eddie Murphy tell him that if he wanted to impress him, take the steering wheel. Uh-oh, here comes Bird. We're in trouble now.
Hello.
We got it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck, what?
What the fuck is going on?
Hi, Bob.
What are you talking about? What the fuck's going on?
I'm talking about how we're waking up in a world where LDG is Mr. 10,000.
It's 11,000.
11,000.
Yeah, it's 11,000.
God damn it.
Hey, Gap. And I am demonetized now.
You're demonetized.
I closed down my shit. I
What?
closed it down.
What?
Fuck it.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm taking a stand.
A stand for of what? Hello,
YouTube does
Captain.
this pay to play bullshit. Well, fuck them. I'm not letting them make another red cent off me.
But you were making money from it.
Yeah,
Why would
well,
you?
not that much, actually. After the initial whole big thing, there wasn't really nothing going anywhere with it. So I just said, fuck it, because I am not going to pay YouTube just to take me out of the suppression zone to put me
That
up.
it is nauseating to think that for all these years, so many people, not just us, but, other, and it just boggles the mind how many people out there are putting hours and hours and hours of work into trying to do great videos, and they go up and I'd spend 20, 30 hours a week on one video and say, okay, this is it. This is going to be the breakout video. And I put it up and it would get, 40 views, 80 views. If I was lucky. One video got, oh my God, I had a video got 100 views once. I was shaking. But the fact is, it doesn't fucking matter, apparently. You could put a video that literally says, I have videos coming. And YouTube can, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say they're tricking people, but what the hell are they doing that they can consistently get people to click subscribe, that they can sell it back to you, sell you subscriptions? It does. There's a part of it that, one part says, well, now it's easy to get subscribers. I'll just cheat, or not cheat, I'll just pay. On the other hand, it's like, well, what the hell is this whole thing about? If you can,
It's a money making scheme. It's a money making scheme from them.
It is. I guess they found their way to make more money. Good for them.
They figured, what the hell? Other people have done this over the years that we've cracked down on. Deleted channels when we found out people were paying to get subscribers. And then they decided, well, hey, we'll do it ourselves. That's all that it comes down to.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill.
It'll be interesting to see what happens when you stop paying for the advertisement.
Yeah.
I almost almost nuked my own channel because of this.
Well, we weren't going to talk about that, Bill, because we didn't want to tell anybody about how you almost nuked your own channel earlier this morning.
Well, because I got love drunk in the possibilities that, yeah, this is a farce. It's
So I just sat there and I thought about it for a while I was sitting up, and I thought to myself, well, hey, if they're going to make me pay them to put me up on a little page just to promote me for me to get all these subs, why the fuck do I want them taking my money in the first place? Because that's like double dipping. They're going to take money for me to promote myself, but then they're going to take 30% on top of that after I become good and still even take even more money. Screw that. Screw them. And I went and clicked take away the goddamn partner program. I don't want it. If somebody actually cared and wants me to have any money for anything that I do on YouTube, they know the alternate ways to do it. They can do it that way. If not, then I know I wasn't that entertaining. That's how I'm looking at it.
Just can't you're not overestimating. You're underestimating just how lazy people are. It's so much easier to just send a super chat that people, I mean, it's like why everybody's using DoorDash and Instacart. Everybody forgot how to shop for groceries. These apps that double the price of your groceries per year with hidden fees and whatnot, easily double, have become so fucking popular because people are just lazy.
I won't use any of that shit either. I don't even put in an order at Walmart and just go pick it out. If I can't get out and go walk through the store and grab what I need, then I don't need it.
Okay, guilty. I order my groceries.
Yep.
I like the convenience.
Yeah,
Some people I can
like-
see that they need that
Yeah,
special function, but I'm not one of those, so I will get up and do it myself. Hey, Cinnabon's going to try Darkness Falls. Yay. Be prepared. Don't set the Horde Knights up too high there, Cinnabon, or you're going to pay for it.
Darkness Falls. Is that a game?
It's a mod for 7 Days to Die.
Oh, okay.
You could put it on 8 zombies for a Horde Knight and end up fighting 150 of them.
How you been, Bill?
Bill don't know what to think. I think he's having a drink, aren't you, Bill? You having a drink? I
not
have to
right
join-
now.
Oh, okay. Well, good. Then I don't have to join you.
it's too early.
That's debatable.
Depends.
It's not 5 o'clock somewhere right now. You know?
Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Somewhere, anywhere. There's God knows how many time zones. in this
Actually, if you go, it's probably 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock in the morning in Australia, I think, maybe.
Last okay, I think has it on the spot.
world. How's life in the
Yeah,
five
we're-
boroughs there, Bird?
Life in the Five Boroughs is about to get very, very, very shitty. I mean, and that's on top of the fact that it's already very, very, very shitty. Tomorrow morning, between 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. and 6 p.m. tomorrow, we're under a snow alert. We're looking at 5 to 8 inches in my part of the city, with
Damn.
more in other parts, and I guess less in other parts too. But Yeah, it's going to get really cold and really snowy. This is our first real snow of the season. And all
See, you
these
ought to be
fucking-
lucky. You ought to be lucky Dandelion Fluff isn't here right now because she would ask you, is that actual inches or man inches?
Well, let's just say that LDG's recent gift would still be sticking out if it was in the snow.
Hey, you should laugh. You'd laugh the other night. I had him pull that out on Bill's stream, and the way it was sitting there, he had
Yep.
himself in that two view thing, and it looked like the lower LDG had his nose right in it.
Last
It was
NK is
coming
under
right
the
out of
same
his
alert.
chin.
It looks like it could get really bad. Yeah, they're worried about it. Sorry, Bill. What was that?
It was coming right. He had
Oh.
it positioned where it looked like it was coming right out of his chin, going like this.
Talking about going on Salty Trekkers, an open panel some night, and I said, "There, you should show him your trophy."
Yeah, well, he sent Salty a $20 super chat on Church Life, asking him to do a panel this week. So Salty said, "Well, for $20, he'll do the panel." So
Yeah, I heard
Probably.
something he's supposed to be doing one on Valentine's Day. That's
yeah, he said
just the rumor I heard.
Wednesday. That's what. Well, that was his rough estimate at the time.
So there's going to be another massacre on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, by Valentine's Day, I think LDG will have more subs than Anti-Tracker. I think that's going to be his. I'm sure that's his goal. So, and at this point, he probably will. So I clearly have no idea.
What's this?
I joked.
This shit.
I joked saying that I didn't think he would be coming up on Nerdrotic anytime soon, but to be honest, I don't know.
No, right now he's only 1.3K behind Salty, so
Oh, yeah, he'll definitely get the salt.
he did it all in 2 weeks.
Huh.
Last son, Northeast Bird, he usually gets the same as the 5 boroughs. Well, at least
Yeah.
not as bad as Denver right now. That's cutting back on busing and everything else to pay for the illegals that have moved into the town.
Yes, thank you, Governor of Texas.
Well,
Move them north. You know,
because of all the migrants in New York City, they're in tents, and when the bad weather comes, they've got to move them out of the tents, so they're putting them into schools, and so when the bad weather comes, they have to close the schools, even though they don't usually close schools for bad weather like rain and wind. They did have to on this last bad wind event.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. Let's focus on the illegals. You know, don't worry about the kids who are going to have to do the remote learning, and don't worry about the parents and their jobs. You know,
It's
they'll just
okay.
have to figure out- they'll just have to figure out how to suck it up, call their boss, and say, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't come to work today because of the government."
Chicago is also doing the same thing with some of the schools and some of the areas where kids go and hang out when they're not in
Yeah.
schools.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if there's going to be a full flat out rebellion in Chicago. Some
Oh,
of the
good.
reports.
I think it's happening because, man, the Chicago people are pit. Man, I follow
I know.
Chicago. I don't follow New York like Bird does. That's why I get Bird to tell me about it. But I follow my home state, and I definitely follow Chicago because I'm only 4 hours from it. And yeah, let's just say the residents are getting a little pissed, and they're like, "We don't want these fucking." They're flat out saying, "Kick these people out."
Yeah, I've noticed that too. So,
Cinnabon,
God,
you're getting quite
Cinnabon.
disturbing with your
That's
ideas.
very disturbing. But I might try a couple of those nuggets, see what they taste like.
I
It's
think
like
the mayor
chicken.
of Chicago, he's probably like, "Oh shit, I picked a bad time to win the election."
I'm just glad my governor's moving them north.
Oh,
Get
you're
them
good.
up, move them out. I mean, I'm just
No, I loved it when I first heard about this, and I was like, "Okay, is this going to be a political stunt, or is this going to be a
no,
regular?"
he's serious.
Oh, I know he's serious. That's what I love about it. And then I see all this shit where they're like, "Oh, he's human trafficking." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't seem to mind before they got to Texas. Now that
Yeah.
they're coming to your area, oh, I'm sorry, you decided to be a sanctuary city, so we're sending them where." You know,
I actually watched Texas governor's press conference a couple of days ago.
oh, you mean the one where they threw a guy out?
No, this one, he was down there at that place where they took over, and he was talking about they were going to pass some more regulations to sit there and expand the areas, put the troops in more places, and they
Well, I liked,
are building their own walls.
well, I like what I thought it was so funny when I saw the whole thing with the Supreme Court said, "Yeah, you can't do that with the Constantine wire." And I was reminded of a prior time when a Supreme Court judge ruled against somebody. It was a president at the time, and I don't remember exactly how it went, but it was like, okay, they've made a decision. Now let's see them enforce it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And-
waiting for the Supreme Court to come back with a 9-0 decision against Colorado's little court ruling.
Do you think it's going to be 9-0? I think it's at least going to be 7-2 at a minimum. It should be a 9.
I was listening to that, and even those 3 Democrat women there on the thing were
Megan
asking
Sotomayor
way
and
too many.
Jackson.
They were asking way too many questions that was going against Colorado.
Too many hard questions.
Yeah, too many hard
Yeah.
questions.
Yep.
This should be a 9-0.
Based on the questions they were asking, it should be 9-0. But
Yeah,
we're
easy.
dealing with ideologues with those 3. Okay. So
I think it's going to come back 9-0 just for the fact that they don't want it used against any futures.
yeah.
Well, they shouldn't.
And
I mean,
that would be great if it's 9-0, then they can shut up complaining about Clarence Thomas.
Clarence
because-
Thomas has some of the best damn questions.
No, but they've been bitching about him for a while now, wanting him to recuse himself from certain things. And
Oh, I know. It's such bullshit.
and if it comes back a unanimous decision in Trump's favor, that should kill all of that criticism of him.
Well, it won't, but
It should in the real
it
world.
should. It
Okay.
should, but you know the media, they're going to forget the other 3 voted against him and say, it was that damn mega court.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. But one of the things, I thought it was hilarious. I don't know if you guys watched it. I watched that interview, that Tucker Carlson interview with Putin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw the majority of it.
And I watched some of the, I was waiting for the left to start throwing a fit. And it's kind of like, there's a difference between Tucker Carlson when he goes, well, he didn't ask the hard questions. Why aren't you killing civilians? Why are you doing this? Like, no, he asked about the war in Ukraine and he stayed on topic. He didn't try to take it anywhere else. And then you got to deal with the fact that Putin has all his marbles still up there.
Well, yeah, but I watched it too, and you could pick out all the lies Putin was spewing.
It doesn't
Especially the
matter
one
if you,
I cracked up at the one where he tried to tell Tucker that the old Ukraine's president fought in World War II, and I thought to myself, he's not old enough. No, he's not old enough to have fought in World War II, you idiot.
well, I mean,
How
there's
the-
a lot of things. I mean, the simple fact though is the whole point was why this thing has 200 plus million views between Twitter, YouTube, Rumble, and that's not even including on his channel. It's because it's like, hey, people wanted to hear the other side. We've already heard Vladimir Zelensky and all that fawning they do over that guy. It's like, well, let's hear from the other side of this conflict.
Yeah.
Hell, even CNN was like, they're saying, you know, they did try to paint Tucker Carlson as a traitor, and even though CNN openly admitted they've tried to get an interview with him and it didn't happen. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because you guys won't shut up and let the person talk. If you're a journalist, you ask the questions, you let the person speak. You don't keep interrupting and saying, well, that's not true. That's factually incorrect. No, you don't do that in the middle of the fucking interview without having the proof to say it's, you know, but in American journalism now, what we call journalism, they don't do that. They'll have a town hall and they'll be like, well, no, that's factually incorrect because, you know, so-and-so said this. Yeah, okay, so one expert said this, so that makes it incorrect. Are you sure? Can you do anything better than citing one source and not giving us any more than that? I'm sorry, but I distinctly remember papers. I distinctly remember writing papers in college where you had to cite a minimum of 3 sources.
I've been watching this lately too. I've been watching Michael Rappaport, that goofball comedian. And I am laughing on how much his head is exploding and keeps saying that Pig Dick Donald Trump is on the table for voting.
I know, it's so fucking funny to hear him talk. It's like, dude, just either commit or whatever, you know.
He even admitted to being lied to and fooled on the old Charlottesville thing.
Yep,
He,
I
he,
saw
he
that too.
finally admitted that he was fooled and lied to on that.
Yeah, he's getting a little. It seems he's getting red pilled.
Slowly. I still don't trust it. I think that could also be just him
Yeah.
trolling.
Yeah, that's the thing I said too. Yeah, when I started seeing this shit early on, I was like, are you trolling or are you sincere? You know, I mean, it's a wonder because he's an actor and his whole thing was his TDS rants. And now all of a sudden it's the Israel thing and he's full bar on that. And he's like, oh, Trump's on the table. It's like, I don't know. Look, I don't trust. Look, I'm going with Shakespeare. You don't trust actors; they're hypocrites.
Yeah, but he came out hard against those illegals that beat on the cop there in New York. He came out hard on that one too.
Well, see, that's easy that's an easy bandwagon to jump on, okay? Because people in New York are now seeing what it means to be a sanctuary city. And a lot of them are running around right now. George W. Bush was right, okay? But
I don't know about too many people running around saying that in New York. I mean, I wish they were, but
they probably, I think they are to themselves, maybe, because they see what our, you know, got to remember that sanctuary city bullshit that was invented just to make a Republican president look bad because he wanted to do something about the open southern border. Okay.
I remember seeing.
Remember back to his presidency. Okay. He had ICE arresting managers and supervisors of companies for hiring illegals.
Yep.
Okay. And that's when they come up with this shit about sanctuary cities. And it was in the Obama administration. It was still going on. They had officials in the Obama administration that get wind of a raid. They call that company and warn them, get all your illegals out of there. They're about to raid you.
Yep, I remember that.
So, okay.
I remember
but
the news.
you also have to remember this sanctuary city shit also happened because they weren't getting them sent to them.
Exactly.
Right.
Now they're
I
getting them
remember
sent to
seeing-
them and they're freaking out.
No,
They want them all stuck down here in Texas, so Texas can turn blue.
One of the
red
things
or
I remember
whatever.
seeing, yeah, Mr. Lundell, one of the things I remember in that area too was you'd see these videos come up with these people like, you know, the crowd would shout, "We are a sanctuary city. You are all welcome." Well, Greg Abbott decided, okay,
Here
you go. But that was the whole thing. It was a virtue signal. They never.
Yeah.
And what is like Eric Adams doing in New York? He's like, the federal government needs to give us more money, and we need to get these people to work. No, you need to just get rid of them.
Yeah, send them back to where they came from because that's bullshit anyway.
No,
Okay?
but because international law says they're supposed to apply for asylum in the first safe country they come to.
right.
That means most of them in South America should be applying at Mexico.
It doesn't
No.
matter.
Any of
You
them-
don't have to
Any of
follow
them coming from Asia, Africa, Europe, they should be applying in Mexico. That's where they're landing.
Yeah, but have you noticed the videos? And I think a lot of people are noticing this in these sanctuary cities. These aren't all women, old men, elderly women, and children. A lot of them are what, Mr. Lundell?
Draft age single men.
Exactly. And what do those men need? And here's the thing. I agree with what I heard. You know what? Those men need to go back to their countries and do what men have done for centuries.
Raise hell.
You defend your country. You fight for your country. That's what you are. You're a man. Stop being a coward.
I don't know. The other day there was a news story about how they apprehended a few thousand of Chinese coming across the river.
Oh, there's a shocker.
Kapla gorilla.
And Cinnabon says Sanctuary and Swift both start with an S. Coincidence? I think not. Bringing the nation together one song at a time.
Cinnabon, what the hell are you smoking?
I think
Yeah.
Cinnabon has a poster of Taylor Swift over his bed.
That's probably on the bed.
Well, it's easier if it's over the bed. Target to aim at.
There are people who think it's the U.S. just getting what it deserves, since that's basically how, we took Texas from Mexico to begin with.
We
We're
didn't.
just sending
We? Who the hell
We
is
didn't
we?
take Mexico.
we
No,
meaning
Texas
the United
revolted on
States.
its own. No, Texas
meaning-
revolted on its own.
Yes, but its own, meaning a bunch of people from what was the East, the United States at the time, moved to what was Mexico at the time,
They were
Then
invited
decided-
in by the Mexican
then
government.
decided to leave Mexico to create their own country, and then, wanted to become part of the United States. So they said, oh, let's first become our own country. And
No.
then-
No, that is not how it worked. No, that's not how it worked.
that's not how it worked.
No, the people did move down there. Yes, they did decide to fight against Mexico, but once Texas was winning, it basically declared its independence.
Right.
It applied for statehood in the United States, and the administration of the time did not accept it
Right.
because it would have meant possible war with Mexico. Well, what happened? Texas became its own country for how many years, Mr. Londell? 10?
10 years. Yeah.
10 years. And then they reapplied, we gave them membership, and then what did we have? The Mexican-American War.
Yeah. But back up a little bit because
So
the United
exactly,
States. No, back up a little bit. The United States negotiated or tried to negotiate with Mexico. They were gonna buy Texas from Mexico. Then you had the Mexican-U.S. war, and what ended up happening was the U.S. paid them the money that they were originally saying that the U.S. actually offered for Texas.
Well, we were at Mexico City. We were in Mexico City.
Yeah.
We were all the way down
And
to Mexico City. We could have taken that entire part of Mexico if we wanted.
well, we
there
also
go.
paid for the extra land to go to California, and because of a survey error, we would have also had Baja, but that
Oh,
fell
Baja
through because
sucks. They can have.
Well, California is a completely different situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole thing.
Okay, but I don't see how any of that changes what I just said.
No, but it counters that crazy theory that we took this from. No, we did not take this from Mexico.
We
Because
won it in war.
We ended up paying them for the land.
You can't, but
Texas, Arizona, New Mexico.
they didn't want money.
California.
They wanted to keep the land. Just because you paid them after the fact doesn't mean you didn't take it from them.
No, we didn't
I-
take it from them. The Texans took it from Mexico. We just acquired it with them at their consent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mexico decided to go to war with us, and we were on
Yeah,
Mexico City's doorstep. We could have taken half of fucking Mexico if we wanted to. We didn't. We had the Mexican military. We had the Mexican government on their knees.
Nobody cares. Nobody
Oh,
cares.
Nobody cares. I love when somebody says nobody cares.
We
Because
Texans
it's not okay, but
Yes, it is.
to the point of what I was saying is that there are people who think the United States is getting exactly what it deserves because they feel that we, the Americans, did the same thing to Mexico.
Now, but who did the Spaniards? The Spaniards took that land in the first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all of these Spanish descendants that are in Mexico now that are bitching about you took this bullshit. You took it from the Aztecs. Okay.
Yeah, but that's not going to come up.
Okay.
Now,
There's
it should,
nobody
if you
there
wanna-
to remember
Now,
that.
if you
Who
want
we're
to
gonna
play,
play-
if you want to play that game, play the full fucking game. Then ask
Hey,
yourself, who did the Aztecs take it from?
Well, then they're going to say, well, you took it from the fucking.
Exactly.
or
Well,
whatever.
also, do we want to sit here and decide who took the Louisiana Purchase? Did we steal that land? No, we bought that land from Napoleon. So
Yes.
who are you going to blame, the French or the Americans?
Yeah. Look, it's not stolen land. It's conquered land. There's a
Bingo.
big difference. And conquering land was going on in this country
But that's
before
the
it was
thing.
this country. Okay?
Conquered land versus stolen land. The difference is if it was your land, that you were the winner or the loser. If you're the
No,
winner, it's
we're
conquered
talking
land.
about- we're not talking
If
about
you're the
individuals,
loser, it's
we're talking
stolen.
about government entities. We're talking about the leadership.
What
Okay.
I mean, listen.
do you really think a leftist cares about those semantics? No, they just want to blame it and cry.
It's
Well,
not
why are we
semantic.
arguing?
I'm all
It's-
for the United States. I'm all for the what's that thing?
Oh, my
I'm
God.
sorry.
We got
Just
to
It's a
watch it,
bad. It's a
47.
bad. It's a bad morning for me.
You just watch it, 47, because the War 1812 is coming up next.
The War 1812. Oh, you mean the one where our oh yeah, let's talk about January 6th when they talk about, oh, we almost lost democracy. Bullshit. In the War of 1812, our capital was burned down.
And most of the fighters were Canadian.
No, I think you're thinking
Manifest
about the
Destiny.
French-Indian War.
I'm all for Manifest Destiny and
No, we're
America
not talking about
spreading
Manifest
from
Destiny.
coast to coast and
Dr.
whatnot.
Alex, how's
But
it going?
how else would I describe the land that, used to be Indian control? And
Really?
then we
Was
just
it?
sort of
Are you sure?
worked
Are
our
you
way.
absolutely sure about that?
I'm
Hold
pretty
on,
damn-
hold on. I gotta say hello to Dr. Alex. He is in the chat now, and what am I taking a stand on? Just about anything these days. But mostly I'm taking a stand on I'm not playing the pay to play scheme of YouTube no more. There we go. Now we can go back to this argument over semantics.
Well, I got bad news for you. If you actually look at the history before this country, before the American country was created for the Civil War, the majority of the Native American population in this country was already pretty much wiped out by disease
Yes, I'm
because
aware.
of the Spanish. And whose fault was that? The English, the French, and the Spanish.
I like how it's not Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus never made it to the continental United States. He was in the Caribbean.
I know,
Yes.
I
And then
know,
he
but
went to the
he did get the diseases across the ocean to the Caribbean.
Yeah, at least the Vikings
Not-
made it here,
again,
and they didn't make everybody
Not
sick.
on purpose, because he had no idea. Nobody had any idea how it worked at the time.
No, but you had the French, the Spanish, and you had the Brits who came over and they brought all kinds of shit. And between the 1400s, between 1492, which is when, Columbus hit the Caribbeans, but then when they hit the mainland and Canada and stuff, you got to remember, a lot of people hit a lot of different areas. So we kind of spread out pretty quick like locusts. And unfortunately, yeah, it killed a lot of them off because they were unfortunately not immune to diseases. And unfortunately, we didn't have vaccines back then. It's a
Uh-oh, we don't want to go down that road.
Sorry, I just know my history a little bit. When it
Yeah,
comes
but
to
you
Yeah,
completely
but-
left out the Vikings, damn it, because they were here long before Columbus.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything.
I didn't
That's-
say
that's
the
point.
Vikings because the Vikings actually hit the continental, what is now the continental United States. Columbus hit the Caribbean. Sorry, I distinguished the two differences. Columbus
Yeah.
never actually, the closest he ever got was almost to Florida. And that was the closest he got to the continental United States. He never got the look at the map of his sailing routes. He was in the Caribbean and in South America.
Yeah.
Columbus found out that Florida was the future home of LDG, so he turned around and sailed away.
Besides, what the Vikings did, basically, their attempts were failures. They had one or two settlements way up north, and they failed because they didn't for one thing pay attention to how the native people were living. They didn't know what foods to eat or how to survive in that environment, and so those one or two settlements failed.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, that would have been up in what is now known as, considering they, pretty much we know they're part of Iceland, Greenland. That would have been up in, most likely, they landed in Canada.
Yeah,
What is now Canada.
They didn't
I
know how
think
freaking cold it'd get.
Uh-huh. Well, it wasn't the Vikings. They would be used to the cold, but
Yeah, exactly. But maybe not the environment and
Just how cold,
the
how far
yeah.
away from the ocean.
it was like what foods to eat. What what they were going to have to do so that their animals would survive. Stuff like that. And it was.
Cinnabon, that was the shuttle Columbus.
No,
Okay.
that was
Ouch.
Challenger 1984, I think, 85.
Hey, I'm just being as
Okay.
goofy as he is.
Yeah.
I think he was just making a joke about the 1492 thing. But anyway, when I hear people talking
Oh,
about
JP is correcting us, saying the Viking settlements did not fail. There are multiple settlements to this date who have all Norse heritage and bloodlines.
What?
Yeah, that's what JP said.
Canadians with Norse bloodlines going back
Oh,
to
he
the
no. See,
Columbian days?
I'm gonna
no,
have
the
to look
Vikings
that
were
up.
well before Columbus.
That's what he said. Pre.
Well, I will defer to JP's on this one since he is Canadian.
Yeah, I'm not going
I,
to argue with a Canuck.
Yeah.
no, I would. I will take argument.
Well, I'm
Say
not gonna
all the
argue
Discovery
with
Channel
Canadian-
and
I'm
History
not going to
Channel
argue with a Canuck
shows.
on Canadian
Yeah,
history.
yeah, that's what see Bird, that's what I'm basing it on. The PBS, Discovery Channel, History Channel, they were all saying that those Viking settlements didn't survive. They either all, a lot of them died there, and like the remainders went back to
Poor
Europe.
No,
Bill.
I think if I remember correctly, hearing about those was that one of the things about the Vikings was they just they didn't all necessarily die off. A lot of them integrated into the new cultures. Now, I could be wrong on that document I saw, but who knows?
Well, I know of one Viking. I know of one Viking that got struck by lightning because of his metal helmet, and he ended up a ghost in a mansion. Come on, that was a TV reference to Ghost.
TV, yes.
Oh, I haven't seen
Not
that show.
watching it. I don't
I
know.
think
For
it's
whatever
actually
reason,
funny.
I just have a thing against.
I think it's funny. It's a hilarious little show, and it's got my favorite little blonde from iZombie in it.
Canuck the Red.
To be honest,
Oh God.
ghosts shows just they strike too close to home. No.
Oh, the
Don't wanna
British one
think
I'm
about.
laughing at more.
But anyway, what else can we set straight historically?
Alrighty then.
Canada.
What else can we set straight? Oh, Native Americans are a part of the biggest wipeout of a creature. They slaughtered the mammoths.
Yeah.
They ate all the mammoths up.
Not to mention the way they used to hunt buffalo. Drive an entire herd off a cliff. What a waste.
Well,
Oh, well, these are some new racist terms for white people I haven't heard before. Napkin Americans, rice rascals, no purpose flour, chalk child. Those are some new ones. Hey, I mean, it beats being called honky or cracker all the time.
Hey, Cinnabon, we can't blame anybody for dinosaurs. Dinosaurs got wiped out by a meteor.
Yeah, big rock fall from sky.
Go boom.
it's the theory.
Hey, there's a big crater there in the Yucatan that
Yeah,
says
I'm gonna take a little bit of offense to a couple of these because napkin Americans, I've seen many napkins that are not white. Rice rascals. Well, what about
Especially once you get them all
rice and
dirty.
brown rice? Actually, I love Spanish rice, so I don't think that really. No purpose flour. That one I do like. But
I
Godchild?
take offense at just saying Be to work on time is racist.
Oh my
God damn
God,
it,
I
Bill.
saw that fucking video.
Well, I know that those are not what I think they are.
They are.
Looks like somebody's ass cheeks.
No, it's
Yeah,
boobs.
I don't believe it.
Bill has a fascination with boobs.
Or
I
it's
get it that, but
What
okay.
American male doesn't?
Oh boy.
udders, boobies.
Puppies.
Oh, wait a minute. Did I
Play
not
pads.
hear, what was it? Was it the New York mayor I heard that was pointing out how diverse his council was and said, look at all that chocolate?
Oh, look, okay. The mayor of New York and the mayor of Chicago are both on the verge of going crazy. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
they both are. We're looking at two stressed out individuals.
Well, I heard the mayor of Chicago's been at
Yeah,
the
he's been
ER for
having
many,
panic attacks.
yeah, panic attacks.
So
The mayor of New York's been like fighting with the city council because even the mayor of New York used to be a police officer. Whereas as nuts and as crazy as he is, he used to be a police officer. So he has some idea of what life is like for police officers. And the city council decided that they wanted police officer to have to log the racial description of everyone they speak to.
Oh, I
If they
heard.
interact with them at all, they need to get the racial makeup of the person. And even the mayor was like, no, I'm vetoing this. This is too much. We don't need to do it for every single person. And the fucking city council overrode the veto. And the mayor was begging to please not to vote to do this. He's like, it's going to completely stop. He's like, listen, the police officer goes to a crime scene and says, hey, there's a kid missing. Has anybody seen this kid? And you're going to go up to somebody and ask, have you seen this kid? They're going to say no. And you're up to 20 different people in 5 minutes. They're all going to say no. If they have to log this, they're going to only be able to talk to 2 people. Nope.
All right, I talked to white person 1 here, black person 1 here, brown person 1 here, red person 1 here, yellow person 1 here, non-binary here, transgender, non-black here.
Right. It's
Jesus Christ.
right, because it's not that. So the guy say, hey, so have you seen this kid? Oh, now for statistical purposes, can I ask you, do you identify as white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
okay, you remedy that by voting the dumbasses out. Okay, that's
Yeah,
stupid.
well,
I agree with him on that. That's stupid.
well,
And all
Well, I
that all that is it's meant to keep tensions between black people, white people, Asians. That's all that's for.
No,
Yeah.
it's also so the police won't investigate anything anymore and everybody can just do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, exactly. Because the police are like, I'm not fucking doing this. This is bullshit. This is going to cause more problems for us.
Yeah.
We're trying to protect. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I thought about joining the St. Louis Police Department. Now, if you don't know St. Louis, it is about evenly black and white majority. It's about 46-43. And I was taught, in the Marine Corps, kill the enemy and everything. And when I went in and talked with the cops, and then it was like, I realized I couldn't do this necessarily protect and serve because I wasn't sure. the simple thing was I was like, no, I can't do this. The idea of pulling my gun out on an American citizen and having to look at them, the enemy, for me personally, was not something I was willing to do. Unless it was, something like, my neighbor fucks up and comes on my property again or does something stupid like that. That's one thing to defend myself. But the idea of putting myself in a situation where I may have to shoot one of my own a fellow American, no matter what color they are, was unpalatable for me. I was
The
like,
JPs, the body cam footage would not be enough. They have to write out all their stuff. So that just takes up more and more time.
I think it's so funny how everybody was like, cops need to have body cams. Now they have body cams, and all of a sudden you're seeing all these videos. And it's like, oh, it's like, well, these body cams are racist. It's like, what? This is what you asked for. Well, no, it's painting us in a bad light. What do you want us to do? Lie about it?
Oh.
I mean, I'm sorry. I've lived all over this country in America. I've seen so many different races and cultures. And it's the one thing I cannot understand, Mr. Lundell, is why do certain Black cultures think that you're all a monolith? I really don't understand it.
No, it's not Black people. In my opinion, it's not Black people thinking we're a monolith. It's white people.
I would agree with that.
Look. I
mean, white liberals.
Yeah.
No, let's get it correct. It's mostly white female liberals.
Guilty white liberals, which are mostly women. Yes, I would agree with that. And beta men. But anyway,
well, beta men are close enough to being female, so it doesn't count anyway.
Fair enough. But I have lived in, I've lived in the South, I've lived in the Midwest, I've lived in the West. And I mean, I've seen Black culture in many different areas, and I've noticed it's not a monolith per se.
No, it's not. I mean, see, that's white liberalism. See, and it goes back to that old slur. They all look the same, and I don't get that from conservatives. I get that from liberals.
The white liberals that think that Blacks can't get a ID card or find their local DMV.
So fucked up when you see those videos? It's like, well, they don't know how to do this. They don't know. I'm like, what the fuck are you idiots?
How the fuck do you know what I can and can't do?
Exactly.
They can't use the internet.
Really?
Even though all we got to do is look at TikTok and we see them everywhere.
Oh shit! Then what am I doing? What's this big thing in the called?
Mr. Lundell, you had a guilty white liberal show you how to do it because obviously you're incapable. It's such bullshit. it drives me nuts. The only thing that drives me nuts worse than that is the angry Black liberal. Because they push that narrative so hard, and I'm kind of like, no, I've been around this country.
Yeah,
I've seen Blacks in different. Well, I've seen Black people in different, the South. That's a completely. You go to the South, that's a completely different culture. You're in the South, but you're also a Texan. There's a difference between the culture of a Black Texan versus, a Louisiana Texan, or sorry, not Texan, but a Louisiana person. There's a difference between the Midwesterners. There's a difference in the California thing. There's a difference in the New York and Chicago areas.
What cracks me up is like in Chicago, out in California, you got them all crying about, well, why are these stores pulling out of our neighborhoods? Because you voted in a white liberal that thinks you can handle it. So they took away all the laws that would have stopped all the fucking crime
Yeah.
from happening at them stores.
And that's the sad part. And that's one of the worst things when you see that, when you hear like, oh, this is leaving. But then you see some of the black people saying, we're doing this to ourselves. You know, common sense is like, we're doing this to ourselves. This is our fault. It's like, oh no, the store's being racist. They got insurance. It's like, I don't think you understand how insurance works.
Yeah. You file a claim, your rates go up.
Yeah.
Because you become a risk.
Not only that, you make it
And
hard for people to want to work in a hostile environment when somebody can just walk in and steal everything. And it's kind of like, you know, you had Gavin Newsom even try to spin that. He's like, he watched guys steal out of his own store in California. It's like, well, the governor said, no, we had one of the toughest laws. It's like, you're the fucking governor. You just watched it and you're blaming somebody else. This is your fucking policy, you dumb shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's not only the fact that the insurance rates will go up, but if it goes up way too far and happens way too many times, nobody will even insure them anymore.
Exactly. Yep. Not only that, what if somebody gets hurt? You know, then you got to do the workman's comp thing. Another thing people don't realize, they're like, well, you can pay $15 an hour. It's like, oh, I don't think you understand. When you own a company and you have to increase wages, that increases the workman's comp you have to pay into by law. People don't seem to, you know, nobody's had, you know, when I looked at trying to think about running a business myself, I saw all the shit that would go in. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this. No, if I wanted to run a business, I know exactly which culture I'd want to learn from, and that's the Indians. And I'm talking from India.
No,
Absolutely.
no, because I actually know a few. I've dealt with a few recently, and they look for every reason to screw over a worker too.
No,
Their whole thing
I've
is
never
about
seen
bottom
it.
line. I have, and
I've never
because
seen it.
that little bar that I take videos of last fall that I was hanging out in, they are owned by Indians from India, and they will screw over every worker that works for them.
Well, I'll give you a completely different example. Well, we had a white person who was the manager a few years ago. She bought the company, she bought the gas station. And after about 2 months of me being here, after she bought it, I literally would talk to my wife, I was like, I wonder how long it's going to take her to run this in the ground. Because she was terrible. She had family working there, and it was bad nepotism. And it was just ridiculous. And I remember when NB is going to start. Oh, God. No, I don't actually get the car warranties anymore. I get the whole, I keep getting this call from Wisconsin asking me about my roof. But I remember she ran this place in the ground. The environment wasn't good, but the only reason I went there is because it's in Illinois and I could get cold beer. And after 2 years, she finally sold it, and she sold it to an Indian. And I tell you what, they've owned it for a few months now. Things have gotten better. The products have gotten better. The staff that stayed, that wasn't the family, dude, they're happy for the most part.
See, from the aspect that I'm seeing it and looked at it, there was a woman that was cooking for him at the bar. They wanted to expand to do night dinners at it. They told her that, well, if you do all this and that, we'll give you half of the profits for you being here at nighttime also to cook and that. And then they never carried through with that. And when she said, well, the hell with this, I'm quitting, and left, They refused to give her any of her pay until she would sign papers saying that she quit.
I don't think that's legal, but
No,
look,
it's not.
that's
But
well, that's a one-off. Like I said, most of what I've seen when I've been around people, the companies that are run by Indians, I got to be honest, they got good business skills, and most people I've known have had good experiences. I'm not saying there's not bad apples. But if I was going to look at running a business, I'd definitely take some notes from them.
if I was going to take notes about running a business, it would be Mo. Damn good tavern.
Mouse Tavern, mouse speaking.
Oh, always had a steady clientele. Never caused any issues.
Well, I did pull a shotgun out.
Has to be done.
You did go after that kid with the knife over the crank phone calls.
Sometimes that has to be done.
That's how Bart got him
Especially-
away from his woman.
Mouse
Especially
Tavern,
when
mouse
it's a cartoon.
speaking. Is Al there? Al, last name Kaholic. Yo, is there an alcoholic in here? Wait a minute. Listen, you motherfucker. I'm going to cut you off. Yeah, tricky. You know, unfortunately, that worked back then when we didn't have caller ID.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it? Oh, there was one. He's like, hi, is Huge there? Yeah, Huge Arse. Hey, is there a Huge Arse here? Yeah, I'm Huge Arse. Hi, Huge Arse here. Hi, this is Bart Simpson. How you doing, Bart? Look, I got to be honest with you. This is a crank call that's sort of backfired, so I just want to get out of it now. All right, better luck next time. I love that twist right there when it was like, oh, I'm Huge Arse. It was like a crank call I did back in the 90s. We used to call and, get people's, shit. Not their voicemail, oh God, now I'm drawing a blank. What the fuck were they used to be called? The answering machine. Fuck. Getting old.
Yes,
And
you
we used
are.
to No, we used to just leave rants on there. And I remember one time I was giving a rant on there and somebody picked up the phone and goes, hello. And I was like, click. I was like, oh shit. Thank God there was no caller ID back then. I remember I used to make freight calls all the time. And then when caller ID got invented, I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, but there was a code you could use that would block your number on caller ID.
R67.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, star 67.
Don't go making phony calls.
Hey man, summertime got boring. I only set fire.
Summertime did not get boring because I was usually out baling hay or some shit. Working for money to buy that first car I wanted in high school.
What was your first vehicle?
A laugh. A 65 Rambler
Oh shit.
battle tank.
Yep.
Mine was a 1985 Dodge Minicab 2-door. Boy, I got some memories of that thing.
Hey. Hey. There you go, Cinnabon. Holy shit, I've been streaming for 3 hours. The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna head
And
out.
Pickles
I'm
is
gonna
naming
take care of a few things. But
No
it was
JPs.
it
Didn't drive
was a
around no
blast.
damn baler JPs. I was on the rack stacking the square bales. Back in my day, it wasn't fucking round bales.
Oh, they did change them from round to square, didn't they?
Well, it was originally little tiny round bales that usually they dropped on the ground. You had to get your hooks and flip them up onto a rack. Then we went to the square bales where we just stand on the rack and grab the little hook and pull them off the slide there and then stack them. And then nowadays, most of it's just big freaking round bales.
Are you serious, Jedi Bill? You just use your back scratcher to adjust your camera.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He
Well, you
really-
got to be leaning back in your chair to get it aimed at the right position. So you know, if you're leaning forward to adjust it, you're not going to get that damn thing in the right position. Got to be back.
Back scratchers are a great way of reaching things. I
Back
use it all
scratchers
the
are also
time.
good for swatting somebody on the hand when they try to reach for it.
I thought that was what the wooden spoon was for.
You should actually get you one of those grabber thingies.
Them things
A
break down
golfer?
too quick.
A golfer? Aren't they called golfers?
All right. I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all have a blessed one. Enjoy your Monday. Good seeing
Okay,
you.
have a good one, a-hole, as
All
it
right.
says, aka asshole.
Stay
Pretty
there.
much.
Later, asshole.
Were you born an asshole, or did you work at it your whole life? Of course, JP thinks the grabber is good for scratching your balls. JP's probably puts the little fuzzy balls that go in a mic attachment just to really rub it good. Well, this has been an interesting stream.
Been fun. Bunch of old guys
Actually-
get together and bitch and moan about how the country's going to hell in a handbasket.
It is.
Everything's gone to hell.
Close to it.
But isn't this what all old people feel all the time? Has there been
Probably.
any
Probably.
Yeah, all the
anybody
older
of
people
our
think.
age that ever said, "Hey, this country's doing pretty good for itself"? Maybe the ones when they were landing on the moon, but other than that,
No, because then they had the whole protest thing going on at the same time, so they didn't think everything was going right.
True.
And JP says, no, the fuzzy ball goes on his knob.
Disgusting.
That's our JP's. What else can we bitch about that's going wrong with this country?
we're not making enough babies. And by we, I mean younger people.
Well, I would help out with that, but I'm just too damn old now.
Salty is on night.
Hello, Raquel. Yeah, he's doing his little
Daily
starvation
life.
stream.
fasting.
Oh, I got something for you, Deej. The farm girl. Check out this farm girl. She's a hottie. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Damn it.
Way to go.
Copied the wrong thing. A bit.
Better not be sending me porn. I'm not leaving YouTube. I'm just not going to be a slave to it and do
Right
shit all
here.
the time.
The farming girl.
Oh man, how did that rumor get started?
Hey, my posting did not say I was leaving it. It just said that I was not going to sit there and be.
You're taking a
Sli-
stand.
I was taking a
Which is
stand and I was not being a slave to it
very-
anymore.
Problematic for people who can't stand. But I'm with you in spirit.
Oh, I know that girl.
You do?
I've already seen bunch of her stuff. Usually she's like soaking in an ice bath.
Yeah. I thought she's a hot farming chick.
She's okay. Now Thomas Potts is here.
Dad,
I'm
take
not-
a cold bath with her.
well, let me see. I'm taking a stand at YouTube because of their corrupt ways of wanting you to give them money just to even get from being unsuppressed. So I got rid of my monetization, said, fuck that. They're not going to make another dime off me. I'm not going to sit there and stream all the damn time. So I don't give a shit about watch hours anymore. I'll just do what the hell I want, when I want, whenever, what I want. Fuck them all. Screw that. I'm not paying for subs. And no Cinnabon, I do not demand that my channel be rebranded as SwiftTube.
Why is he on this damn Taylor Swift thing?
Because he knows it annoys me. The only reason why Cinnabon does anything he does. He just wants to annoy me.
Yeah, we're talking about some mid-level pop singer, though. You know?
And I'm not crying, JPs. I've
Good
freed
level.
myself. I freed myself.
Yeah, Bird, mid-level. Anything after Madonna is mid-level. Okay. She did the pop thing to its topness. Everybody else is just imitating.
And I would say you could go back farther and just say Cher did it first.
Huh. Well, I keep putting Cher and Madonna as contemporaries. Because Cher, yeah, she had that second career, though, didn't she?
Yeah, she got big with Sunny. Then it went
Uh-huh.
kind of dead for a while. Then she came out and turned back time and
Yeah.
went with the slutty route.
Yeah, the 60-year-old butt naked woman that looked pretty decent. Yeah.
And that's right, wise guy. I'm going to wreak havoc. Cry havoc and let's slip the dogs of war. I would even go as far as to say I'd rather listen to a Celine Dion song before I'd listen to something from Taylor Swift. And that's saying something because I completely hate Celine Dion too.
I always
What's a
thought she
Taylor
was
Swift
nuts.
song that I would know?
I couldn't name you a Taylor Swift song.
Shake
Bert.
it off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Bill knows it though. Apparently, Bill
heard
is a
of it.
Swiftie. Bill is a
I just
Swiftie.
heard that. Yeah. I know music, dude.
Was that?
I know
that's
music too, but
Yeah.
I don't know any Taylor Swift.
I mean, Joe Bonamassa makes music. Okay. I don't know what Taylor Swift does.
Stevie Ray Vaughan makes music.
Made music.
Well,
Shut up, Thomas Potts. Fuck you, Thomas Potts.
Hey, Thomas, you can clip
Son
that
of a
section of him. You can clip that section of him singing there, Thomas, if you want. And Bill's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, but Last Son of K.
Kill me now.
Shalene, she's suffering from some kind of disease, though, isn't she? She's not starving herself.
No, but she's always been like freakishly skinny.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt for her to eat a like good stout.
JP says, you notice Taylor Swift and Dylan Mulvaney are never in the same place or picture?
Ooh, so there's a football player out there who needs to answer some questions.
There we go, another conspiracy theory to add to the list.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay. But,
Well, it depends upon who the person is. I don't want either one of them hitting on me. Hell no.
And not everybody is a Swiftie, Cinnabon.
We only have one person up here on the panel that actually knew a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
Bill's gonna kill me.
I think he's pissed off at all of us about now.
Bill, sometimes it's just better not to acknowledge that you know something.
Yeah. Next time, turn off the radio.
Or at least switch it over to an oldies stream, which nowadays is 80s and 90s music.
Yeah, that's right. I'm so used to classic rock being from the 60s and 70s.
Hell, growing up, the oldies station for me was 50s and 60s music.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm talking, what they started calling classic rock started from the 60s and 70s. 50s music, that was oldies.
Gap says, why didn't the vampire bite Taylor Swift? Because she had bad blood. Bill, get your head out of there. I have no idea what stiff person syndrome. That's usually if you give somebody Viagra too much.
Oh, stick person syndrome.
And yes, the only way that we know Taylor Swift had a breakup is because the new album comes out.
So this guy that's playing for the Chiefs, watch out.
Yep, you'll be the next album. Oh, hell. Running out of things to ramble about now.
Yeah, that was good. We got a shit ton off our chests.
Stay tuned. Maybe next week we'll have even more stuff to get off our chest because libtards are always making an ass out of themselves.
Constantly.
All right. Anybody got anything they want to promote before we get the hell out of here? I'm going to just lay down or something.
No.
No, I'm just going to be hanging around making a nuisance of myself.
I think
Yeah,
I'll
be around as well, but
got to stream later. Dear Bops.
Dead Life?
yeah, 4 p.m. Bed Life.
Tomorrow member stream?
Tomorrow
Tuesday?
is a member stream, yes. Tomorrow's a member stream at probably also at 4 p.m. It's going to be a busy week. Tomorrow we're actually have a terrible snow forecast, so I will try to do the member stream, but it might have weather issues, but I will
It might be-
definitely
it might-
try.
Might be just the camera view outside at the snowfalls.
Actually, now I think about it, my physical therapist may not make it tomorrow because it's the heart of the storm. Would be like it usually comes 5 p.m. and that's yeah.
Thomas points out
Storm.
it's the rich people stream tomorrow.
I am sorry, Thomas. If actually,
You could give Thomas a special invite just to come sit up on the panel so he's there.
I wish I could. Oh, he could get. I guess I could always bring him in on the panel if he wanted to come up to the panel. He can't come to the stream because there's no way for me to give him I don't. YouTube doesn't have a way to give out
The
membership.
link?
Well, because YouTube, I could give the link, but he wouldn't be able to see it because YouTube would just say, "Oh, you're not a member." So this isn't, you can't see it.
He says he's busy tomorrow anyway.
There are plenty of people that would have lifetime memberships if I could give them.
Mama Pray would be one of them.
Of course, yeah, Normal Frey, Thomas, Cinnabon, in all honesty, has given.
I don't
more
know.
than-
He might bring that Swifty over to there. Just telling everybody to have a swift day here.
Mm.
Anyway, if you get bored, LDG's over in his underground. You can go over there and harass him while he sleeps. He's probably sleeping since he was up pretty much all night. So, Bird, you'll have to go let everybody in there and then just yell real loud and get annoying. Wake 'em
I'll
back
see
up.
if I'll be able to let people in, but I probably won't be around there too much today. I got a call with my well, we got an important call in 45 minutes. And we got to get ready. Okay, thank you, Deej.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. And remember, the most important thing in the world, and that would be, I have no idea. Oh,
I
it's
grew up on men.
And
Am I fired again? Yeah, you're fucking absolutely fired. All your promotions are redacted. Like, dude, why would you have to fuck yourself like that? Why? You're clipping all this shit, aren't you? You're gonna have a fucking montage of all the times I said you were right, said you were wrong, said you were fired, said you were rehired, said you were promoted during this live. You're gonna have them all and play them on your channel, aren't you? Well, you've absolutely been fired again because you're an asshole. You're
oh,
fired
sure, he
from
popped in
talking to
at
me
the
and
end of
being
the
my friend and
stream.
being on my channel. Get the hell out of here. Go on, go on, get the hell out of here.
This is what it's going to look like for you tomorrow, Bird.